It's Kansas City as the Wolves try to make it 2 straight. The Kansas City Blades have won 2 straight themselves, and they've both been on the road tonight. They are here in Chicago. Welcome, everyone. It's opening night. Along with former Blackhawk defenseman Bob McGill, I'm John Paul Dellacamera. The heart's pumping because it is opening night. There's plenty of adrenaline here. Tonight, the Chicago Wolves will rely on what brought them here before. After a scoreless game last week against Detroit, they came back with their veterans, and last night, Steve Malte came up big again.
Well, JP, I think the Wolves, after last season, found out that as Steve Maltes goes, the Wolves go. And again, this season, it started out on the same foot. First night, he has a poor game, doesn't do much. They don't get any goals on the board. They lose 6-0 in Detroit. Last night, he comes out, has 2 goals and 2 assists. They win the hockey game, so I don't think you can ask any more of a guy. And certainly, with him playing like that, the Wolves are going to continue to be successful.
But Malte had some help last night in the form of Lee Davidson. Lee is coming off of a career year, and he's played well always for Chicago on the road. Last night was no exception.
Well, Lee Davidson, again, the last half of the season last year, he just exploded and turned into the player that they were hoping with the management that he was going to be. Last night, again, he has 2 goals and 2 assists on the road, leads the team, and that's got to be a big plus for this club heading into tonight.
Tonight, it's a big task for the Chicago Wolves. Kansas City last year made it to the Turner Cup Finals. They have a great player named Jan Shaluna. They've also added Chris Tansel. This is a good team.
Well, Chris Tansel's a late cut, probably the last cut for the San Jose Sharks. He's a guy with lots of speed and quickness, and Kalun last year was the leading scorer amongst rookies in the International Hockey League, so they're going to be a tough opponent tonight for the Wolves, and they're going to have to play some good hockey if they want to come out with 2 points.
Stick around. It's opening night here in Chicago. Watch the Wolves in Kansas City. Tonight's Chicago Wolves game is sponsored in part by Molson Ice, the beer that's colder, bolder, yet smooth as ice from Canada, the land where ice was born. And by Jewel Food Stores, working together to serve you better. By Checkers, burgers, fries, and cola, one taste in your hours. By Northern Illinois Gas, providing you the energy to perform. By Powerade, the official drink of the Olympic Games. By Toshiba, in touch with tomorrow. By Continental Airlines, more airline for your money. And by your local Chevrolet and Geo dealers, people you can trust when looking for a car. The Chicago Wolves meeting the Kansas City Blades. They're going to have to get used to facing Kansas City. Last year, they only had to face them twice, but that's because they were not in the same division. This year, they will meet 7 times, 4 times here in Chicago, and 3 times on the road in Kansas City, including 1 week from tonight, which will be our next televised game. So you see a lot of Wolves paraphernalia amongst the crowd. You'll also see some new Wolves merchandise starting tonight. A new season is underway here in Chicago. We have talked before about this new Wolves roster. 24 players, 14 returnees, including 10 newcomers. We're going to meet some of these players as we head now towards our opening ceremonies.
Wolves took the International Hockey League and the city of Chicago by storm. Backed by hundreds of thousands of loyal fans, the 1994-95 season was an overwhelming success. As tonight marks the start of the Wolves' 2nd season at the Rosemont Horizon, here's a brief look back at some of last year's highlights.
Rescue me, should I
Welcome back, everyone. Rosemont Horizon is the place. They have just had some elaborate laser shows. We haven't met the players yet, but that's coming up very shortly. And what a spectacular opening display. Lasers, fireworks, music,
Ladies
noise,
and gentlemen,
you name it. But now it's time to meet the players, the new players, and the returnees. The Chicago Wolves, as we said before, have 14 returnees. They have 10 newcomers. They're hoping for a bigger splash this year here at the Rosemont Horizon. Right now, let's turn it downstairs for the introductions.
and now please welcome number 94, the Wolves mascot, Skates! And now please get ready to welcome your 95-96 Chicago Wolves. Number 1, goaltender Wendell Young. Defenseman number 2, Jason Hughes. Defenseman number 3, Greg Smith. Defenseman number 6, Kevin Pozo. Center number 9, Brian Wiseman. Right winger number 10, Brian Pellerin. Left wing number 11, Steve Malte. Left wing number 16, Tim Breslin. Defenseman number 19, Kevin McDonald. Defenseman number 21, Todd Reardon. Defenseman number 23, Steve Goslin. Center number 27, Tim Berglund. Left winger number 29, Dan Curry. Defenseman number 33, Blair Scott. Defenseman number 41, Darcy Warenka. Right winger number 44, Rob Brown. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here is the starting lineup for your 95-96 Chicago Wolves. Starting in goal, number 30, Ray LeBlanc. And left defense, number 24, Sean Rivers. And right defense, number 4, Jack Duffy. At center, number 14, Lee Davidson. At right wing, number 15, Daryl LaFrance. Starting at left wing, number 20, El Secor.
Well, Al Secord, Bob, still got the biggest ovation of the night, 2 years in a row.
Well, Al Secord's the kind of guy that the fans of Chicago certainly aren't going to forget about. I mean, a 50-goal scorer, there's only been 3 in the history of the Chicago Blackhawks, and he's one of the 3. So he's the guy that's special to the hearts of the people of Chicago, the blue-collar type crowd, and he was a blue-collar worker who scored 50 goals. Lots of memories here in Chicago.
Yeah, he almost had nearly 300 goals in his NHL career. Right now, it's time for the national anthem. That can mean only one thing in Chicago. Let's go downstairs.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming on the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
That's Wayne and Kathleen Mesmer with the singing of our national anthem. Come back with us. The game is coming up. This is Wolves hockey on the U.
To all retailers of projection TV sets, please discourage direct comparison of our sets with the Toshiba Theater View. I guess you'll write this. We do not yet have the combination of picture quality, true home theater sound, and overall value of Theater View. Where's my typewriter? Please place our sets as far away as possible from the Toshiba Theater View, period.
Our competition won't go near the Toshiba Theater View because compared to Theater View, everything else is just a big TV.
It's a new day at Jewel and Osco. Because now Chicago's best food store and best drugstore are teaming up like never before to bring you more store-wide values, more store-wide savings, and a greater level of shopping convenience. It's the kind of news we hope will brighten everyone's day. Jewel Osco, working together to serve you better.
I do tend to shop around and look for the best price because there are a lot of available options out there.
It's almost like gambling, though. You never know from time to time what the price is liable to be. There's such extreme variances.
Lowering the prices, that would be very good.
We like to get as cost-effective airfare as possible.
We'd travel more if it went lower.
Yeah, if we save money on our airfare, then we could eat more and have more fun. Yeah.
Continental Airlines. Big airline, little prices. Just one more way we're giving you more airline for your money.
I'm quite frugal myself.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Rosemont Horizon. In case you didn't get the message by now, it's opening night, and we'll check out the starting goaltenders for our respective teams tonight, Kansas City and Chicago. Larry Dick, an interesting story in goal on the Kansas City side, legally blind in his left eye. We'll talk more about that later. Those are his numbers from last year. He had a great season and missed part of the year with an injury. His counterpart, getting his first start of this season is Ray LeBlanc. He came on in relief of Wendell Young a week ago, but LeBlanc, interesting enough, Bobby, had the better home record last year. Young was the better on the road.
Yeah, JP, Ray LeBlanc just played great last year at home, and I think it's nice to see him getting a start right off the hop after Wendell Young plays 2 games in a row. He gets the start at home, and I think it's only going to help his confidence.
Wolves like what they have in goal. They feel like they have 2 number 1s. Gene Ubriaco looking on the Chicago Wolves bench. We will have him mic'd up for you in the second period, so stick around for that. If you weren't with us last year, that experiment worked out very well. Everyone enjoyed it. We enjoyed it up here. I think Gene enjoyed it down below as well, and so did the fans. Jim Wiley coaching at the other end. He brought his team last year to the Turner Cup Finals, lost in 4 to Denver, but you know what? No one expected them to get that far. He did a great job with that team.
Well, they made the playoffs, I think, in the last week of the season, at the end of last season, during the regular season. They went on and they upset 3 teams that were well above them in the standings, lost out to Denver in the finals, but a great showing for this hockey team in Kansas City.
You saw our officials, Dean Warren, will call this game tonight. Hopefully it's not like last night where there were just so many penalties. We told you 125 minutes in penalties, but strangely enough, Bob, only 6 in the last period.
It's funny how that works, JP. The referees seem to clamp down early on in a hockey game, try and set the tone, and it seems in the 3rd period they want to let the outcome be decided by the players.
Lee Davidson will start at center. Darryl LaFrance, the rookie, on the right side. The veteran Al Secord on the left. Sean Rivers on left defense. Jack Duffy on the right side, going up against Nielsen's line right now for Kansas City. And he is joined by Ferschweiler, who will play on the right side, and J.F. Quintain on the left. The defenseman, number 21, Claudio Scremin, who is an original member of the Kansas City Blades. And number 5, Alexander Osachi. And we are ready for action. Butterflies, I'm sure there are down below. At least with the Chicago Wolves, they've already had an opener, but not a home opener, and Gene Ubriaco knows that. He's seen 2 different games from behind that Wolves bench. Here we go. Game number 3 for Chicago and Kansas City. Scremin will take it in his own zone. Forechecking put on. Secord steals. Can't get the pass off. Taken away by the Blades, who come back. They've won 2 straight on the road. Fernschweiler fires it in around the boards. LeBlanc left it. Confusion behind. The centering pass intended for Scremin. Out to contain, and now it's out of the zone. Blades players must retreat. Osachi, number 5, giving it up. Kansas City in red tonight. Chicago in predominant white with gold and black. Nielsen stopped in the short side by LeBlanc. It goes behind the net for Jack Duffy. First half minute is gone. Here on opening night in Chicago. Taken by Kansas City. Both teams change up on the fly. It is scoreless. 10 is Yegorov. Almost kept it at the point by Kevin McDonald. He fired it back in. Kansas City with it. McDonald and Goslin are your defensive duo. And Bergman right now is centering this line. Breslin is to the left as the puck comes back the other way. Delayed offside, or delayed penalty, I should say, coming up. Larry Dick already gone to the bench, and now the call is made. So Chicago will lose a man on a holding call.
Well, Brian Pellerland's going to get a penalty right off the hop, and it's going to be an obstruction penalty at the far blue line. You can no longer try and force players offside intentionally, or hold up players through the neutral zone, or any zone by that matter, with your stick. And right there, he tries to force the player offside on the far blue line, the bottom of your screen there, and he's going to get called early in the hockey game. The referee's clamping down early.
That was the other player on that line that we couldn't find.
We get a great shot on the scoring chance. He's going to wind it around the outside. Ray LeBlanc holding his ground, doesn't give up any ground, cuts his angle down. Big pad save right there. The defense a little bit sloppy, JP, right there, giving him too much room. Can't afford to do that early.
Pellerin sits out for holding at 110. Wolves try to crack it around the boards. Greg Smith, who scored a shorthanded goal, is out there trying to kill this penalty. Getting some help from Wiseman and Multe up top.
Penalty number 10, Ryan Pellerin.
Puck comes back the other way. Coming through on that right side, and it doesn't get anywhere. Kansas City bogged down. Now it's Yegorov holding it. Todd Reardon, the other player out there for Chicago, trying to kill this penalty. Yegorov across, top of the circle, shot. LeBlanc with a save. A nice one off Osachi. Blades with it. Still scoreless there on the power play for another 1:15. Shot to the deep slot, went wide of LeBlanc. Picked up by Osachi on the far side boards. Cherbayev holding. Number 18 for Kansas City. Top of the circle. Feet at the side of the net in front. Loose. LeBlanc got a piece. Loose puck, poke checked away. LeBlanc pool stick wise. Just sent it down.
Well, great concentration right there by Ray LeBlanc. Coming out, challenging the shooter, standing his ground, and putting the rebounds aside, out of trouble.
Wolves penalty killing. 9th right now in the IHL. Back the other way. Breslin shorthanded. Fires the pad save. Larry Dick. Breslin in there banging away. Pellerin still serving time on his penalty. 32 more seconds left. Back up ice. That's Jan Shalhoub. Picked off. Tim Breslin over the line. Holding. Has Berglund with him. Flips it in behind the net. Berge takes a hit. Trying to pin him in the boards and get a face-off. Jeff McLean comes in. Number 3 is Paul Dick. They got him from Cleveland during the offseason. And now the Blades move it out. 8 seconds left in the power play. And the whistle will stop playing the offside. And then McDonald and Jeff Batters, 2 big, strong players.
Well, Kevin McDonald right there, showing his ground right here. They're in their own building. We're not going to take anything. We're going to instigate the physical play. You come across our blue line, you're going to pay a price. And right there, he sends the message early in the hockey game, which is great to see.
The Wolves last night did a great job penalty killing. Killed 8 of 8, and they also scored that shorthanded goal. In another 6 seconds, it'll be 9 straight over the last couple of nights.
Well, early in the season, it's going to be a big-time advantage if you can get your penalty killers working in sync, because you're going to be shorthanded a number of times.
Shalhoub plays it back. Shot sticked away off Gary Emmons. Rebound right through the crease. Far side boards. Play behind the net. Pellerin's penalty has expired. Wolves have killed it, and somebody gets a souvenir. All in one motion. And Pellerin goes off to the bench.
Well, I like what I see early, JP. They've come out, they're playing physical, even shorthanded. They're getting control of the puck. They're making sure they get it down and out of the zone or over the glass. They're not making anything weak attempts at trying to clear the puck. Everything's hard. If a player on their team doesn't get it, nobody's going to get it, and that's what I like to see early.
Davidson's line back out there. Secord and LaFrance with him. McDonald and Goslin are the defensive duo. Frederick Nielsen's line coming out now for Kansas City. Off the draw, Davidson wins it back. He had a strong all-around game last night, did Lee Davidson, not just for the points that he got. And the whistle will stop play. There's no score here in Chicago. It's opening night. 16:35 left in the first. This is Wolves hockey on the U.
% of top athletes polled prefer more carbos. With 33% more carbos than Gatorade, it's Powerade.
Buy a burger at some places, and who knows, it may have been reheated in a microwave or spent time drying out under a heat lamp, which in fact makes it very good. For hockey, why not get a great-tasting 99-cent quarter-pound Champ Burger from Checkers? It's bigger than a Big Mac, thicker than a Whopper, and it's always made to order when you order. The Champ Burger, 99 cents every day and never microwave. Checkers, one taste and you're ours.
They're expecting big numbers, the Wolves are, from that player, Rob Brown. He's averaged almost 2 points a game in the last 2 years in the IHL, and I remember when he averaged almost a point per game in the NHL. He had a great year with Pittsburgh a few years ago. You played against Rob Brown. He used to play with Mario Lemieux.
Well, Robbie Brown scored 49 goals one season playing on the line with Mario Lemieux, and he's just been a fabulous player here in the IHL, and he's got the league record for most assists at 113, and last 2 seasons has been incredible. Hopefully he can carry it into this year. It will help the Wolves tremendously.
Offside called on Chicago. Oduya is back there defensively. This is a United Nations team this Kansas City played. Several from Russia, players from Sweden, as well as the U.S. and Canada.
He's an interesting player, that Oduya. He is a sixth round draft pick in 1993, but you know, he played Ottawa in junior last year, and he led the team with 175 penalty minutes, and more of a Ulf Samuelsson type Swedish player, not the typical top skills guy, but more or less a physical presence on the defense.
Real animals eat real pizza. Jake's Pizza. Call your local Jake's Pizza now and have a piping hot pizza delivered to your door by the 3rd period. Check your yellow pages for one of the 50 Jake's locations nearest to you. Get real, get Jake's. 100% real pizza. Gene Ubriaco looking on. 2nd year as the head coach of the Chicago Wolves. Despite the Wolves last year having the lowest offensive totals in the IHL, they had a strong first year. Their defense really carried them, as did Molte. Behind the net, Wolves jam it free. Right out in front of the slot. Rivers, puck checked away. Oh, nice recovery. Could have been a 2-on-1 the other way.
That's Sean Rivers right there. He uses his speed to his benefit, and right there he recovers from a little bit of a mishap.
He scored one of the 7 goals last night that the Wolves got in Minnesota. Along the boards, dug out. Rivers trying to clear it out. Kansas City keeping it up. Along the boards, 4 players jamming for it. Loose puck. 15:40 to go in a scoreless opening period here on opening night in Chicago. Claudio Scremin lost it. Kansas City changing. Deep in their own zone, the forechecking game. Picking up, Rob Brown is out there. This is the BMW line for Chicago. Wiseman, Molte, and Rob Brown. The last play right across in front, and LeBlanc picks it up. The initials BMW, if you haven't figured it out quickly, the start of each player's last name. Molte across, Wiseman. Taken away by Kansas City. Here they come in a 3-on-3 as the Wolves hustle back. Chermayev, number 18, in this scoreless game. KC can't get a shot on goal. Rob Brown on the up wing. Oh, Brown avoids the check. Rob Brown stays with it across Malte. Backhander wide. What a recovery, though, by Rob Brown, and he steals it here. Malte in the slot, touch pass. Wiseman over skates, gets the shot, save Larry Dick, and it's cleared. Penalty coming up here. Rob Brown was nailed. This one should be against Kansas City, and we'll see a Wolves power play coming up, and Rob Brown had a fantastic shift without scoring or setting up a goal.
Well, if that's anything to come, I think the Wolves fans are going to be very excited to watch this man. And I'll tell you, he brings the puck across the blue line. We're going to get a big shot right here by Brian Wiseman. As Brown goes to the front of the net, he gets hooked by Osalyi or whatever. And I'll tell you, they got some beautiful names here with this team, but I'll tell you, he's going to be a guy that's going to make some awesome plays this year, and he's going to be so exciting to watch. And right here on a power play, we're going to see him go to work.
Osachi sits on the minor penalty, called at 5:26.
It's interesting, the European content that the Kansas City team has. They're the #1 farm team for the San Jose Sharks, and in the last couple of years have drafted a great deal of European players, so I think you're going to see a lot more in this league.
Wolves power play on, struggling this year, but remember they did last year too, and then he finished 5th in the league. Davidson holding on the left side, into the corner deep, but what a check that was. Played out to the left point, big shot, Marenka, tip, save, rebound, LaFrance! No! The red light never came on, and the referee's quick to wave it off. I thought LaFrance was going to get his first goal as a member of the Chicago Wolves.
Well, Daryl LaFrance has a great opportunity to score his first professional goal. As the puck comes up from the boards, Marenka pedals towards the middle. He lets the shot go. And you see LaFrance with a beautiful tip. And as the rebound comes up, he's got a wide open net. But I tell you, he's got to learn that in the professional ranks, the goaltenders are very quick at recovering. You got to make sure you bury it. Again, the big shot as LaFrance goes to the front of the net. He tips it, and a great save. And what an angle there as Larry Dick throws his paddle up, and he makes the save, and he's got to make LaFrance shake his head right there.
You know, while you're talking, there was a reaction amongst the crowd. They're watching the new video board, so they get to see it again. Behind the net, dug out by Ken Hammond. Snapped in by Warenka. Behind the net, Rob Brown has Malte with him. Malte, short side, and it's stopped by Larry Dick. Centering pass, big shot, Davidson wide, rebound shot, stopped. Wiseman centers, and Larry Dick ties up the loose puck. No panic there from that veteran goaltender.
Well, Larry Dick, as we said on the opening of the show, is legally blind in his left eye, and the numbers that he's put up in the last couple of years is just amazing. As Robbie Brown makes a beautiful pass out to the high slot to Sean Rivers at the one-time shot, comes right off the end boards to Wiseman, and he gets a couple whacks at it, but Larry Dick covers it up. But here's where Rob Brown, what he brings to the table. He can see the ice so much, and he sees all alone. It's Lee Davidson as he whiffs on his shot a little bit. The Wolves a couple great chances right there.
Back on live action in the corner. Malte coming out. Red score! Chicago gets one! Steve Malte. Chicago scores in the power play. They lead 1-0.
Well, just a fabulous, they tic-tac-toe the puck around. Davidson to Wiseman, and he's going to put it down to Rob Brown, and here's where he's at his best. He sees the open man, he sees the whole ice, and a beautiful pass right on the stick of Steve Malte. 210-pound man parked in front of the net where he's got to be on the power play, and he makes no mistake. Stick on the ice, he just lets the puck hit the stick, and it's right in the net, an easy 6x4 goal.
BMW line scores on the power play. This line stays together. That's going to be the first of many. Penalty again on Chicago. Greg Smith will appeal it, but you never win those appeals.
Well, you know, it's funny. The more times I argued with the referees, they just never seem to change their mind.
Third third goal of the year, third in as many nights for Steve Malte. Look at the shiner on his right eye. That's from when you were describing the highlights when he took that stick. Paid the price for being a good goal scorer, as you said.
Well, when you're a goal scorer, you've got to go to the net, and you got to do what it takes to get in front to get the goals. And he's going to be the guy that's going to be standing in front of the net, taking some punishment. But that's what happens if you want to score some goals.
Malte getting a breather. And now it's the penalty killing unit that must come out. We expect a lot of penalties to be called at the beginning of the year until they get ready and understand what all the rules are, so that the best power play teams may win some games early.
Well, it takes some time with the mentality. The players also have to learn you can't use your stick to hold players up anymore.
Scremin off that face-off win. Blades look to tie it up, tipped away. Out of the zone, Berglund pokes it, trying to get around his man. Berglund, good hustle, he's out there with Breslin. McDonald and Goslin in front of Ray LeBlanc. Penalty killing unit out. 140 on the power play here for Kansas City. With Smith serving. Blades in their own end. Don't forget, coming up in the second period, we'll have Gene Ubriaco Mike. You'll hear what we can hear from the coach of the Chicago Wolves. Cherbayev, top of the circle, giving it up to Tansel. Tansel can score goals for this club. Out to Scremin, deflected over LeBlanc. Nice save. Cherbayev to Igorov. Holding at the circle, plays it across right between the legs of a Kansas City skater, and down ice it goes. That was Osachi who couldn't make the play.
Well, Igorov right there, he's got the opportunity to shoot the puck. And like a lot of European players, wants to make the pretty pass for a nice picture-perfect goal. Doesn't work every time. Works to the advantage for the Wolves, though.
Sean Rivers on the rink length clear. Picked up the other way. Kansas City coming back. 42 seconds left on the man advantage for the Kansas City Blades as the puck is dumped down ice once again by Rivers. It's been a big week for the Rivers family. Sean scores last night. His brother Jamie scores against Dominic Hasek Tuesday night in St. Louis. And it's their parents' 28th anniversary today. Right side at the point. Batters gives it up to the left side. Deflected. LeBlanc save. Rebound. Oh, what a quick glove on Gary Evans. Ray LeBlanc's best save of the night.
Ray LeBlanc right there seems to be seeing the puck very well. The puck's going to come across to the point with the big shot, and see him come out. He comes out up in front of his circle. The puck comes right back to Gary Emmons, but Ray LeBlanc is in great position right here. On an earlier save, you're going to see the puck come right again, where it comes out to the side. Ray LeBlanc talking to his defense partner to take the other player. Holding his ground very well. The big shot, it deflects. He gets a piece of it, and Kevin McDonald knocks it away with his glove. And I'll tell you, the Wolves are firing on all cylinders defensively. Everyone's doing their job so far.
19 seconds left of the man advantage for Kansas City. McLean's in there in a big battle. Wolves win it and dump it. Davidson. 1-0 Chicago leading, 11:37 to go. And this the opening period on opening night here on the U. Blades bring it out, right side pass off the stick of McLean. He'll go after it. So LeBlanc, who beats him in the race. Dug out by Jan Shalhoub. 2 straight 2-goal performances by number 91. Down to the far side, the penalty's over. Wolves back at full strength. Right side circle, a shot blocked in front. Poke check by LeBlanc. Good stick work by Ray, glove work as well. Another penalty coming up on the Wolves. Goslin is down though. And let's check it out. Goslin is the one down, but I thought he was calling the penalty. Neither goaltender left, but I thought that was coming up against Chicago. So while the trainer, Ken Kaiser, comes out to check out Steve Goslin, we'll take it to a break. Chicago leads Kansas City 1-0. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
Just do this to air pollution. In a way we can. If homes and industries, power plants and vehicles would just switch to natural gas. Clean, economical, natural gas. Think what we'll save.
So, you want fresh salad? better try Fresh Express Farms in the patented Stay Fresh pouch. Fresh Express Farms salad, all picked and washed and chopped and ready to eat, and rushed to your grocer in our patented Stay Fresh pouch. No squeezing, no poking. That's fresh. Fresh Express Farms. That's fresh.
Well, the penalties have been called, and we got a scramble in front of the net. Ray LeBlanc, as the puck goes up in the air, we have two players going for the slash, but Steve Goslin on the follow-through is going to get clipped in the face with a stick, and he's going to get a penalty. Jeff McLean is 2 minutes for high sticking, I believe it is, JP. So it's 4-on-4, and the Wolves are going to be going up to the back, right to the power play.
Chicago will take it deep to their own end. Wawrinka. So Goslin did not get a penalty. Chicago with a man advantage. They scored on their last one, so they're 1 for 1 tonight. Wawrinka looking. Previously, Chicago was 1 for 15, 1 for 10 last night, 0 for 5 against Detroit. But this has the makings of a very strong power play, especially with the BMW line out there. And the big Wawrinka shot from the right point, or left point, wherever he goes. Here's Wiseman over the line. Power play here for Chicago. Slid over by Wawrinka. Rivers across to the slot, right side, shot, save Dick. Rebound loose. Poked up by Rob Brown, and Larry Dick will cover it up. He's been very sharp tonight. If it were not for Larry Dick, this could be a 3-0 game.
Larry Dick standing tall, making the big saves when he's called upon, and that's what a goaltender is certainly paid to do. But the Wolves throw the puck around with a great pass by Sean Rivers across to Maltese. He picks it up. Dick gets it high in the chest area, and then a loose puck in front. Larry Dick smothers the play. But again, a great pass right here. Sean Rivers with the one-time pass all the way across ice to Steve Malte. I believe it was a bit of a missed pass. I think he was trying to hit the man in the slot, but it went right through, right onto the tape of Malte, and almost get a goal out of it.
One change in the power play. Lee Davidson will go out to the right point. Place of Rivers off the draw. Malte helps. Davidson in motion. Center point. Right side area on the boards. Rob Brown guns it. Side of the net. Wiseman. Oh, he had Wiseman. Wiseman had Malte in front. Wawrinka at the left point. Around the boards it goes. 55 seconds left on the power play. Chicago keeps it in. Wawrinka heads up move, but then Kansas City takes it and Nielsen clears. Neutral ice. Chicago. Wiseman tripped up. The crowd wanted a penalty. Dean Warren said no. Blades get it. Try to dump it up ice, and the two-line pass will bring it back. The thing I like about this power play of Chicago, Bobby, is the motion. You have players like Malte and Brown, similar type players. You add Wiseman in there, great skaters, and they can interact. It's got to be tough to defend against.
Very tough to defend against, JP, but also you got to remember the skill factor. They've got their top probably 5 players back there handling the puck, moving it around. And right now, after last night's game and the start of this game, they've got the confidence going. They seem to be handling the puck that much looser on their stick. They're not tight like they were the first game that we saw them. And now I think that the more they go and continue to click, they're just going to get better and better.
Duffy and Rivers now the playmen for the Wolves for another 35 seconds. The BMW line remains out there. Chicago leads 1-0. If you're just joining us on a multi goal on the power play from Brown and Wiseman. Rivers snaps it around the boards. Larry Dick looking. This is an icing call. One you hate to see when you've got the man advantage, but the icing call will bring it back the other way. Fans that came to tonight's game received a magnet which consisted of the Chicago Wolves schedule, and on Wednesday, October 11th, the Wolves will take on the Atlanta Knights, and the first 10,000 fans will also receive a Powerade magnetic schedule. So come out to the horizon on October 11th and pick up a Powerade magnetic schedule. If you were at this game, you could still pick up another one on Wednesday if you're one of the first 10,000. I've got mine. Bob Miguel's got his, so we'll make it to all the games. Here's Rivers off the draw. Power play with another 15 seconds. One more chance for Chicago if they can move it up ice in a hurry. Duffy snaps it into the Kansas City zone. Chicago up by 1-0. Oh, what a sandwich. How's that for our checkers check of the game? I'm not sure we'll beat that tonight. Let's make a note of that one. What a sandwich. You're still smiling.
It's nice to see your defenseman jump in the play when all he has, the only option he had to do right there was to dump it in. And nobody up there helping him, so he jumps into the play and he makes the great hit.
Secord will give it back. The power play has been killed by Kansas City. Still 1-0 Chicago. Here they come. Wolves bring it over the line. LeBlanc is looking for Secord. It was all tied up. No call. Back the other way. Blades will take it. That one certainly looked like an obstruction. Over the line. Scremin leaves it off. Backhander. Oh, LeBlanc got it, juggled it, and then held on. Ray LeBlanc very quick tonight, and Chicago holds on to a 1-0 lead with 8:34 to go in the first period. This is Chicago Wolves hockey live on the U.
The mystery is over. They've come back home.
It's time for Animaniacs.
The Animaniacs have left their old station behind and have moved back home to join their fellow Warner Brothers stars.
Reporting for work, sir.
So watch the Kids Network everyone's talking about.
Kids WB. And no grown-ups allowed.
Every weekend and weekday, switch to Kids WB, just like the
Animaniacs.
Classic Animaniacs, Sunday mornings at 11 on Channel 26, The U.
Nostalgia's a funny thing. At some point you realize the people you're looking back at are looking at you. Their eyes were on the future. And that kind of forward thinking has had its rewards for your local Chevy dealer since 1916. Today, Chevy's the #1 seller of cars and trucks in the Chicago area. That's a real testament to everyone who's ever worked in a Chevy dealership, and to the fact that while looking back is always nice, looking ahead is what got us here.
Well, the Wolves right there. Ray LeBlanc makes a beautiful save. It's a bit of a broken play as two defensemen go on one, and Dean Ewan picks up the puck. He throws the backhander at the net with a player of his own team in front standing on the doorstep, but Ray LeBlanc juggles it a bit. Back at the other end, we get the big sandwich right there. Al Secord laying on the big hit with Duffy, and I'll tell you, it's getting rough out here.
Speaking of rough, Bobby, there's a heavyweight battle with Kevin McDonald and Dean Ewan, two guys that know how to throw them.
Well, right here, the referee's going to stand back and let him throw it. Dean Ewan is no stranger to this game right here, and he's a tough boy, as is Kevin McDonald.
Well, so far this has lasted longer than Tyson McNeely, but that wouldn't take much.
Well, I think as a fighter, most players like it when the referees stand back and let them fight. They're going to let them fight until one of them falls down or somebody's getting a big upper hand.
That was one.
Well, Ewan seems to be having a little bit of an upper hand here. He's got a little bit of a weight advantage, 220 pounds at 6'3". But Kevin McDonald doesn't fear anybody. He's going to go out there and get his nose in there, and I love that guy.
Kevin McDonald, one of the more popular players here in the Chicago Wolves, and that's part of the reason, his willingness to mix it up, provide his team with a spark. Look at the numbers last year in terms of penalties for Mac, who obviously is okay after the left knee injury that he got in Calgary's camp this year.
Well, Kevin McDonald, you know, he's the kind of guy that every team has to have. He's a leader in the dressing room. He's a leader on the ice, and what the things that he doesn't have as far as talent, he makes up in determination and team play. And you ask any player on this team who's a valuable commodity on their team, and I bet you not every single player would certainly have a vote for Kevin McDonald.
They'll each get 5 for fighting. I don't believe that there was an instigator penalty involved in that. Al Secord, you saw him, and you probably see him again. I don't think we'll beat that check of the game with he and Duffy.
Oh, we got a long ways to go.
I realize that, but if we see one better than that, record it for the highlight show at the end of the year. Off the draw, Blades will dump it in. It's still 5-on-5 hockey, something we didn't see much of last night in the first period at Minnesota because of all the penalties. Rob Brown defending. Loose puck. Greg Smith was there as well, dug up by Cherbayev. Cherbayev behind the net, looks to wheel it out. Blocked. Oh, nice play by the long reach of Greg Smith. Off the board, Chicago tries to move it out. With 8 minutes straight up remaining in this opening period, Wolves lead on a multi-goal. Backpedaling the other way, Ken Hammond. On defense with O'Duya, the giveaway. Brown, Malte, score!
Well, right here is a classic giveaway, and uncharacteristic of a veteran in Ken Hammond. And Robbie Brown picks it off, and he sees Malte driving towards the net. And Steve Malte at his dangerous. He's on his off wing. He's going to come in with the nice pass from Robbie Brown. And I'll tell you, he makes no mistake in putting it in the back of the net. Right there, Rob Brown, you see his soft hands. He makes a nice, beautiful, easy pass to Steve Malte. And again, he pays the price going to the net to make a goal. But I'll tell you, every time, if you're going to take a hit like that to score a goal, I'd do it every time.
You said, and you're right, that was a giveaway. So Brown was in the right place, right time. But how many guys, after getting it, can do what he just did? Quick pass, he knew where Malte was, and they clicked. And we've got a penalty coming up here. I mean, Rob Brown went from defense to offense in a heartbeat.
Well, Robbie Brown's always thinking, he's never been known as a defensive player. That's one of his big deficiencies that he had as a National Hockey Leaguer. And on the penalty right here, we're going to go back in here, and it's going to be just a plain dragging down Osagie. He makes the play again where he's going to just drag the player down from behind, and tough play. You can't drag the player down like that this year. The referee's going to call it every time, and great opportunity for the Wolves to really jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Malte with 2 goals so far tonight, so the BMW line is clicked, and Rob Brown with a nice return to Chicago. He used to play for the Blackhawks as well as other NHL teams. But Brown had for him a slow start, 1 point in 2 games. That's disastrous for a Rob Brown. Already he's got 2 assists tonight.
Well, you knew that he was going to break out. I mean, the last 2 years, if there's any indication, he's going to take off. He's going to get 100 points for this hockey club. So it's only a matter of time, and certainly tonight looks like it's breakout night.
Ubriaco with a pass. Shot taken was blocked by Rob Brown. Rob Brown shot. Oduya blocked it. Behind the net, Malte. Flipping it around the board. Chicago leads 2-0. Malte from Brown at 12-13. Right point, Rivers. Right circle, it got by Brown. Wiseman is there. Weiser gives it up to Rob Brown. Back to Wiseman. In the slot, shot. Wide rebound, Malte. Oh, that's wide as well. Malte was looking for a first period hat trick. Fired around the boards. Blades get it. That Wawrinka shot didn't miss by much. LeBlanc, nice pass. Gets the offense going from Wawrinka to Wiseman. Weiser with it with 1:17 left in the man advantage. Chicago leading by 2. Flipped off the boards. Malte chasing in front for Brown. Rebound. Save. Oh, Larry Dick came up huge.
Right there, Robbie Brown tries to slide the puck across to an open Brian Wiseman. They almost get the big goal, but Larry Dick there again to save the day.
Wawrinka couldn't quite keep it in with 52 seconds left in the man advantage. Sean Rivers scored a goal last night. I told him earlier he's 1 for 1 coming into the game. He said last year it took him 12 games to score his first goal. Here's Sean Rivers. Second year with the Wolves, dumping it in. Along the boards. Davidson right out. Here's the shot. Score! Gosselin! Wolves are on fire, and Steve Gosselin has just electrified this crowd with that shot.
Well, hard work right here, and determination pays off, and a big goal for the Wolves. A great little wrist shot between the 5-hole by Steve Gosselin. But what starts this play off is Daryl LaFrance beats the icing call, beats the blade player, back to the puck. And I'll tell you, Steve Gosselin makes no mistake, but you got to give an assist right there to Daryl LaFrance. Out-hustles the defenseman for the touch for an icing call, and the Wolves end up with the puck, and Davidson sees Gosselin skating in the slot all by himself, makes no mistake. Big goal, 3-0 lead.
No one picked up Gosselin, who flew into the play. Not on the right side. What a reception that would have been. And then Oduya came in late with that hit. Look out! Pellerin jumped in. And all you know what is breaking loose.
Well, I tell you, it's great to see. There's a kid, Brian Pellerin, looking after his line mate, Tim Berglund. The whistle clearly went, and he gets a shot after the whistle by Oduya. And Brian Pellerin comes in to let him know that, hey, this is our Wolves' den, and nobody's going to push us around here.
And that will cost them.
They're leading Pellerin off the ice, so looks like maybe he may get a third man in penalty.
Yeah. Well, as they pick up their sticks, we'll tell you the tickets are available for these upcoming home games at the Rosemont Horizon. Some good teams coming in, including Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Milwaukee. Call Ticketmaster or stop by the Horizon box office for those good Wolves seats.
So the whistle goes right there as Berglund tries to corral the puck, and Oduya gives him a shot, gives him another one with a little bit of a cross-check, and here comes Pellerin. Said, oh yeah, if you want to do that to a player, you're going to have to watch out for me. Here I come. And it's great to see, but I don't know what's going to happen. There hasn't been an official call yet on the play.
And now Pellerin's in the box. I saw him skating up. Maybe he thought he was gone.
Well, the linesman pushed him out the door, but obviously he's just going to get an extra 2-minute penalty.
I never saw him come back. Jewel Osco and the Chicago Wolves have teamed up this season to bring you savings. Stop by your participating Jewel Osco stores to find out more information about how you can receive a family pack of tickets at half price. You can also register to win a trip to the 1996 All-Star Game in Houston, Texas.
Well, it looks like we're going to have 4-on-4 where the referee gave a big break right there to the Wolves. I would have thought right there that they would have been down by a player and had a power play to kill. But the referee, the Wolves catch a break, and it's 4-on-4.
Rivers fires. Bad save. Larry Dick. 3-0 Chicago leading it. Nice check in that corner by Berglund. Blades coming back. 4-on-4 hockey. A lot of open ice. Chicago up by 3. 5:35 to go in this first period. Wolves expected to score more goals this year in the last 2 games. They're showing that after being shut out for for better than 4 periods. Some 87 minutes without a goal. Back the other way. Jeff Batters flips it in. LeBlanc sticks it away. Out of the zone. This could be a 2-on-1. Brown and Wiseman now 2-on-2. Drop pass. Shot save. Rebound save. Rivers had the first crack. Wiseman the second. Here's Shalhoub. Thought we saw a 2-line pass, but apparently not. Scremen in front. Nice job by Duffy to tie up Shalhoub legally. Brown coming back. 4:53 to go in the period. It's a 3-0 Wolves lead. Brownie will give it up. Shot saved by Larry Dick. Rebound by Wiseman. Took a check along the boards by Scremen. Wiseman bounces off. Flips it in front. Big shot by Smith. Off the glove of Larry Dick, and no one saw it. It's back out into the neutral zone. Smith with a nice touch. Wiseman scales it in. 4.5 minutes left in the period. 35 seconds left on those coincidental liners. Roughing each. Pellerin and Oduya. Smith. Right side over the line. Malte drops it. Smith. Shot. That's a big save because I'm sure Larry Dick was expecting that shot to come with a lot more zip than it did. That was a Bill Wakefield knuckleball. 3-0 Chicago. You're watching Wolves hockey live on the U.
Work it. Hi, this is Wayne Messmer telling you about a free T-shirt offer fashioned just for Wolves fans. It's your gift for opening a Chicago Wolves free checking account at First Federal Bank. This sporty free checking account has no minimum balance, no service charge, plus 200 free Chicago Wolves checks and matching checkbook cover. To get your paws on this value, visit the Arlington Heights, Des Plaines, and Schaumburg locations. First Federal's free Wolves checking and T-shirt. Now there's something to howl about. Savage.
Sally, I finally went cellular. Took an incredible deal from Cellular One.
I got an Ericsson Digital Portable with caller ID, Mom.
And 60 minutes of monthly airtime, Nancy. All for just $29.95 a month, Patty. Plus, Tom, 6 months of weekend airtime free.
The Ericsson Portable, caller ID, 60 minutes a month, all for just $29.95 a month. Plus, weekends free. It's the deal worth telling to everyone.
Now, Dad, is that a great deal?
Sure
is. Fabulous.
Well, the Wolves get a couple of opportunities to increase their lead to 4 as Rob Brown comes down. It's a 4-on-2 break and a one-time shot by Sean Rivers as Wiseman's on the doorstep for the rebound, but Larry Dick makes 2 great saves. And again, up the middle, Smith gives it up to Malte. Smith jumps back into the play, wide open for the shot, but he lets the knuckleball go. Almost fools Larry Dick, but again, he comes up with another big save and keeps the Wolves from really blowing the game open.
Speaking of big saves, that was a big handful right there of cotton candy. Along the boards, Malte giving it up. I think I said earlier, Bill Wakefield, it's Tim Wakefield. Shame on me, the knuckleballer for the Red Sox, but curse of the Bambino, they lost, they're out. I can call him anything, I guess. He had a great year, but it's over. Wolves season just beginning. This is only the 3rd game. They're up 3-0 here in their home opener, delighting this crowd. Greg Smith, one of the 10 newcomers on this squad. Coming back over the line, Davidson with a pass that's tipped. He'll get it back with a good reach. Davidson in front. Pad save. Larry Dick got the pads together. Turban poked away. Here's Davidson again. He had Malte open. They were looking for Steve Malte, as you would expect. He's their go-to player last year, and he will be this year. Blades in their own zone. Down to 3:20 to go. First period. Malte has 2. Goslin 1. Malte and Goslin each with a power play goal. Around the board, Scremin for the Blades. 323 games for Scremin in a Blades uniform. He's their only original Blade. Down the left side over the line. Here's the wrister. Nice save by Ray LeBlanc off the Russian Yegorov.
Right there again. Ray LeBlanc seems to really be seeing the puck very well here tonight. And it's great to see, because they're going to come down here and he's going to get an opportunity to have a wide open shot. Little tricky play as the defensive goes down in front. But Ray LeBlanc standing his ground. Look how far he is out of his net. That's so important. Cut the angles down. And as a goaltender, the more you come out and cut the angles down, the less the player has to see to shoot at. And he's just done an outstanding job so far here this evening.
He looked very sharp last week when he came on in relief of Wendell Young. Stopped 9 shots, only allowed 1 goal, and he was battling a virus all day. Off the draw, Blades get it from the point. Sticked away by LeBlanc. Nice shot by Oduya. A better save for Ray.
Well, Oduya gets a great shot from the point. As it comes back, you got traffic in front of Ray LeBlanc, and again, he's focused right now. He's, as we say, in the zone. And as the puck comes back, you got a player out blocking it. LeBlanc's there, and he just throws the left leg out and the stick at the same time, and he kicks it to safety. And I tell you, he looks great.
He ranked number 5 last year in save percentage. Had his best year stat-wise in the last 5 years, and loved it playing in Chicago. Off the draw, dug out. Rob Brown will clear it out on the flip. Sent back in by Ken Hammond. LeBlanc will detonate. Flipped around the boards by Smith, goes high off the glass, stays in the zone of Chicago. Back for Smith again. He played the last couple of years with the Blackhawks. Up ice, Wiseman. 3-on-3. Wiseman held up. Taken away by Igorov, and again, Greg Smith pouncing in. Delayed penalty coming up against Kansas City. But you gotta love the way Greg Smith jumped into the play.
It's always great when a defenseman sees the opportunity to jump in the play to add to the offense. You can't teach that in a defenseman. And it's nice to see a big guy like Smith come in. Again, he has a great opportunity. He should have maybe shot the puck there. But you see Oduya right there, lays the clamp on Brian Wiseman. And he's going to go off for 2 minutes as the Wolves get an opportunity on the power play to maybe blow this game open.
At 17:36, 2-minute minor penalty for Oduya on holding. Well, when the power play is clicking, this is not what Jim Wiley wants to see from Chicago. Don't want to give them any more chances. They're hot right now with a man advantage.
Well, when you get an opportunity early in the game to get that power play working, which they have, they've only scored the 1 goal on the power play, but they've moved the puck around so well and had some tremendous opportunities. So it gives them confidence, and now they're going to want it more. They want to get back out there and get this thing going again because they want more.
The BMW line is out there. Wiseman at center, Brown right, Malte left. Warink and Rivers at the points. Rivers made a nice effort, but it comes free out of the zone. Blades will bring it in off that miscue. Emmons feeds it. There's a shot off the pipe. Ray LeBlanc could say thank you to the post to his right off the McLean shot. Neutral ice. Chicago looking for it. It comes back. Rivers will take it. Malte over the line, dumps it into the right corner. Rob Brown, first man there. Off the poke check, Brown will get it back. Right point. Split across, Rivers, top of the circle. Oh, what a glove. Larry Dick stopping Sean Rivers. That's where he scored the goal. Rivers last night against Minnesota off the glove of Gagnon, but that time Dick was a little bit quicker.
Well, that's the save right there. It's almost like Sean Rivers is going to make the big challenge as the puck goes out to Warenko at the point, across the Rivers, and he's got lots of room to dust it off and tee it up. Tries to blow it by Larry Dick, but the big glove hand comes up and he makes no mistake. There you hear the real sound of the goalpost right there. It's great when you can hear that. It's like you're right on top of the play. And goaltender's best friend right there, JP.
I was going to say that's his favorite sound because it means it didn't go in, usually. Sometimes they can deflect in off, but usually when you hear it like that, it's coming out. Brown out to the left point. Wawrinka, power play for a minute 18 left for Chicago. They lead 3-0. 2 of the goals have come on the man advantage. Brown across. Wawrinka from Davidson. Around the boards. Taken over by Kansas City, and they dump it out. Davidson had the big night last night. His father was down in Minnesota to watch him score 2 goals and get 2 assists. Feed in the right circle. Big shot. Oh, Larry Dick got it. That one almost got in off of him. Rob Brown centers. LeBlanc may have just held it a little bit too long, and I'm talking about a split second, no more. If you're joining us for the first time tonight, the Wolves are proud to be part of the lineup on WCIU Channel 26, The U. Look for these upcoming Saturday night games. Next Saturday at KC on the 28th against Minnesota. And don't forget, Wayne Mesmer hosts Wolves TV, a half-hour pregame show immediately preceding Wolves hockey.
We get the puck in the corner by Robbie Brown, and again, he sees the ice so well right on the tape of Daryl LaFrance, and he just gets it off a little bit too late, and it gets deflected over the boards. But you know, I really like this young kid. He had 55 goals in junior hockey last season, and he's going to be a good scorer at this level.
Score 55 in any league, you got a nice touch. Touch now in the corner. Players jamming for it. 20 is contained. Here's Davidson, less than a minute to go in the period. 31 seconds left on the power play. Wiseman fires wide of Larry Dick. Rob Brown, one hands it out. In the slot, shot save, Larry Dick. Off Lee Davidson. Out of the left point, Wawrinka fires, tipped in front. Contained, got a pace. It's coming out of the zone. Wolves have to come back, and that goes on the hand pass, and that'll give me a chance to remind you that Gene Ubriaco will be coming up with us in between periods 1 and 2. Bob and I will have a chance to talk to him, and then during the second period, he will be mic'd. He can hear us, we can hear him. What's that, interactive TV?
I think it's pretty exciting. It's a new thing that started last year, and I think it's great for the fans to be able to hear what goes on the bench. And right here, Larry Dick again comes up big with the shot by Davidson. And I mean, he gets his leg over there and kicks it away. And if not for Larry Dick, this game is blown wide open. It should be 6-0 right now.
Off the draw, it's Kansas City taking it and dumping it. In 3 seconds, they will have killed off this power play. The Wolves are still 500. By my count, I believe it's 2 for 4, unofficially anyway, with that man advantage. Greg Smith, too far for Pellerin. His first chip since that last penalty, and on the touch, it's going to come all the way back for icing with 12.5 seconds. And here's where the Wolves must bear down, win the face-off. Everybody's happy if it's 3-0. If it's 3-1, they're not, even though they've played 19-plus great minutes.
Well, you have to come out of the period with the 3-0 lead. Simple as winning a face-off, getting the puck out of your zone, period's over. If they are to let a goal in right here, number one, you're mad at yourselves, certainly because you gave up the goal. But number two, you shift a little bit of that momentum back to Kansas City heading into the second period. So big face-off right here.
Kansas City, a good road team this year. They've won 2. They've only played 2. Off the draw. Centered in front. Cut off. Malte with a flip. Penalty coming up. It was behind the play. No whistle, and now there was, but I'm not sure if Shalhoub touched that, so I'm not sure who the penalty's on. It was Shalhoub and Reardon that were together. They're looking Reardon's way. Maybe both. Let's see. It's a hold. No, it's Reardon. So Reardon will sit for tying up Jan Shalhoub. It was behind the play, behind us.
Well, Reardon just trying to get his feet wet. He played his first game in the IHL last night. He's a local boy from Arlington Heights, and you know, he played in the East Coast Hockey League last year, so they're trying to ease him along as he comes. Good situation to come into starting or being on the ice in the last minute of a period, and he's only going to learn by it.
He only served 1 second of that penalty. He'll have the rest to go in the second period, but what a nice ovation for the Chicago Wolves. They did just about everything right. That's as good a 20 minutes as you will see a team play, and Gene Ubriaco's got to be happy because you expect maybe butterflies, Bobby, for the home opener. We didn't see them.
Well, talking with them heading into their first game of the season in Detroit, they were very nervous from the coaching staff right on down. I think they were nervous tonight, but in a different way because they won last night, so they're on a high. They come in, it's their own building. They figure they're going to be pumped and ready for it. They did a great job in the first period.
They're ready. We'll talk with Gene Ubriaco when we come back. A lot more to come your way. Chicago 3, Kansas City nothing. This is Chicago Wolves hockey live on the U.
It could only come from here. Canada, the home of ice. Molson Ice. Ice brewed to be colder and bolder. Yet smooth as ice. Molson Ice. From the land where ice was born.
Hey Wolves fans, show your true colors this season with officially licensed apparel of the Chicago Wolves. You'll be in style with the latest line of Wolves merchandise. Order your official 1995-96 Wolves merchandise catalog now. Write to the Chicago Wolves at 10550 Lunt Avenue, Rosemont, Illinois 60018. Or call 1-800-THE-WOLVES.
It's a new day at Jewel and Osco. Because now Chicago's best food store and best drugstore are teaming up like never before to bring you more store-wide values, more store-wide savings, and a greater level of shopping convenience. It's the kind of news we hope will brighten everyone's day. Jewel Osco, working together to serve you better.
Chicago Wolves are leading the Kansas City Blades by a 3-0 score. This is the Chicago Wolves home opener, and we hope you're enjoying tonight's action live tonight here on the U. And welcome back, everyone. I'm John Paul Della Camera. He is Bob McGill. What a period we just saw. A great 20 minutes for the Chicago Wolves. Ray LeBlanc was razor sharp on one side. The power play was clicking. The hitting was there, and the BMW line couldn't have played much better, Bob.
Well, that line just played fabulously. They set the tone early, and on the power play, they moved the puck around very well, and they look very sharp. If not for Larry Dick, this game's blown wide open. Instead of 3-0, could be at least 6.
Some great puck movement, and it shows what confidence could do, because last night, in talking to Sean Rivers before the game, he said it was pretty much mind-boggling how explosive the team was in the third period, and he told me they're going to score a lot of goals this year, and we saw a lot of that in this first period, but puck movement was a key.
Well, puck control is a big key, too. And when you have guys like Rob Brown, Wiseman, Lee Davidson, I mean, they're handling the puck very well. They got some confidence going now. And it's good to see, because when you have control of the puck with your head up, you can make a lot more things happen. And Rob Brown showed tonight that he's a great passer in this league. And he's hitting the tape on everybody's stick. And it's pretty to watch.
Well, I'm sure it's pretty to watch for head coach Gene Ubriaco, who is standing by downstairs. Gene, like myself and Bobby, just saw 20 minutes of outstanding hockey. Coach, let's welcome you and get your comments on that first period.
Well, it was nice to see our power play kick in, and that's very important. It looks like the referee's going to call us a lot of strange little penalties here, and it's unfortunate, but we noticed him that period.
Gene, the power play last year, if you remember, got off to a very slow start, and you finished 5th in the year. So people shouldn't worry about it now. I think the combination is right, but how long does it take for you to get a good chemistry going on the man advantage?
Well, hopefully right away. But, the point is that you got new people, and it takes a little time. You're only concerned about it if you lose. As long as we're killing penalties, winning the games, you don't get too wrapped up in it, because you don't want to make it the... sometimes you can really talk to you silly about a power play, and the guys get tight and nervous. But right now, last season, I think we went 1 for 24 or something. But then we started worrying about it. Once it starts kicking in, and long as we're winning, then we consider what's happening then. It's going to take, a couple of weeks into the season, I'd say, because you can only really work it in the games, the real games. Even in the exhibition games, it really is difficult to work your power play.
Gene, can you tell us what transpired this week to bring us to this transformation of the team from a poor effort last weekend to a fabulous effort last night, obviously, in the last period, to tonight's opening period?
Well, I'll tell you, I would like to think that the players and I were so darn embarrassed, and we just found out where they were at. We talked to the players, realized that some of them weren't embarrassed enough, let them know that was the way we looked at it, and then we talked it out. I think the key was that we believe in them, that you got to have patience, and in a week like that, it sometimes is better the things you didn't do than what you did do, because we could have overreacted, and we're certainly not going to do that. It was a little early, and I think patience was the key. Some good hard-nosed conversation, letting them know that you know, that this is showtime, and that we expect more than what we got last year. You know, this is very, very important to us. You were a rookie last year, some people. You're not a rookie now. You were a first-year man last year. You're not a first-year man now. So a lot of things change. Sometimes the players are still in their summer mode, you might say. And it shook us up. And I think it maybe was what the doctor ordered, because we certainly came back looking a lot better in the last night and so far tonight.
Well, the doctor, Gene, has ordered you to be on live with us during the second period, so we look forward to your comments during that second period.
Okay, I'll try to watch the language and watch my team, and hopefully we'll be able to get the job done.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
It worked out well last year. The language was no problem, and I think everybody learned a lot about hockey from just listening to the way a coach interacts with his players.
I think it's special for the fan to be able to hear what goes on behind the bench during a game. The coach relating to his players, pointing out mistakes, patting players on the back for something they did good out there. It's going to be interesting to see how it works out again this year.
Stick around for that. We've got a lot more to come your way. You're watching Chicago Wolves hockey live on the U.
Due to technical difficulties, we're unable to show you the picture on the new Toshiba FST Perfect. The problem is your set. Unlike the FST Perfect, the world's flattest 35-inch picture tube, your screen is more curved, causing distortion and annoying reflections. We will try to correct this problem by asking you to get rid of your set immediately and buy the FST Perfect. Thank you.
The more opportunity I have to take off at different times, the better it fits in my schedule.
Frequency, availability of flights.
Well, frequency, of course, is important.
Frequency, yeah.
It's important to have many flights.
I need to get to meetings on time. I usually travel early in the morning, try to get back home for dinner time.
Continental, your choice of flights all day long to the cities you want to go to at the price you want to pay.
You just call up, you get on the flight, and you go.
This week, Sven Gooley will give you the creeps. No, not Stephen Eady. It's the creeping unknown.
One gun up as high as you can now.
Yes, tune in the terror on your favorite station.
WOOO in Berwyn.
Yes, remember, WOOO backwards is...
Ow!
No! Don't answer the phone. It's the creeping unknown. Tonight at 11:30 on Channel 26, The U.
The love, the laughter, the dreams, the tears. The MGM movie. Make the magic last forever. Take one home today. Own them on video now.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago Wolves hockey live on the U. This crowd is enjoying themselves tonight, and you would be too if you were here. It's a 3-0 Chicago Wolves lead over the Kansas City Blades. Steve Malte has 2 goals tonight and 1 for Steve Goslin. 2 of the goals, one by Malte and one by Goslin, have come on the power play. Welcome back, everyone, to the Rosemont Horizon. I'm John Paul Della Camera. If you watch Wolves TV, hosted by Wayne Mesmer, in the first week of the show, we put out a little advertisement. We were looking for young people, very young people, between the ages of 9 and 12 to submit a tape. We're looking for young reporters. We think we found one in young Jason Farley. Watch along with me and see if you don't agree. This kid should go find an agent.
Hello, I'm Jason Farley from Wolves TV. I'm reporting live from the Farley Wolf Den. Today I'll be showing you how to prepare a Chicago Wolves survival kit. First of all, you need tickets. A Wolves t-shirt. You gotta look cool. Bandages. It gets tough. Raw meat. Wolves have got to eat too. They're starving. Gloves. flying biscuits. Hanson Brother glasses for wolves vision. Hockey stick to have autographs. Cheerleaders. Sign. You gotta show your support. Program. Reading material for the road. I'm signing off. I'm ready to go to the Wolves game.
Hey, Jason, well done. If you would like to try something like that, send a VHS tape of yourself as a Wolves reporter to the address on your screen, and you've got big shoes to fill. Chicago Wolves filling their shoes tonight, and the net full of goals. It's a 3-0 lead. Chicago over Kansas City. We'll check out highlights and more when we come back to Wolves hockey live on the U.
Hey, something new has them lining up at Checkers. The Checkers Cheddar Cheeseburger, starring a quarter pound of pure beef, featuring cheddar cheese, grilled onions, mayo, more cheddar cheese, plus our sourdough bun. You might call that a supporting role. All this is just $1.49, but you better hurry, it won't be held over. Checkers' new Cheddar Cheeseburger, now only $1.49. Another classic from Checkers.
So you think the Chicago Wolves are nothing but animals?
It was Emerson who told that. Never self-possessed or prudent. Love is all embodiment, eh?
No, that was Thoreau, you idiot.
Oh, Emerson, dork.
Who are you calling a dork? I'm Tony, it was
Calling
Thoreau.
you a dork, you idiot.
I'm Tony, it was
you
Thoreau.
pinhead, bring it on there, dummy.
It's Thoreau.
Hey, Emerson,
Okay.
Emerson.
So these guys are animals.
It's opening week Saturday, October 7th and Wednesday, October 11th. Good seats are still available.
%of top athletes polled prefer more carbos. With 33% more carbos than Gatorade, it's Powerade.
It was a great first period for the Chicago Wolves. We're going to relive that right now by checking out the highlights as the Wolves jumped out to a quick 3-0 lead in the power play. Was a big help.
Well, the Wolves get the puck and they move it back and forth. Davidson down to Wiseman, and Robbie Brown's going to see Maltese parked on the doorstep, stick on the ice, and right on the tape and in the open net. Beautiful goal for the 1-0 lead. Steve Maltese third goal on the power play from Brown and Wiseman at 6:17. Then the Wolves are going to jump out to a 2-0 lead. It's a turnover inside the blue line. Robbie Brown hits Steve Maltese with a quick pass, and he makes no mistake again. It's his fourth goal from Rob Brown at 12:13. And the Wolves are going to go out to a 3-0 lead. There's a great second effort by LaFrance right there to stop the icing. And Lee Davidson hits Steve Goslin right there out in the high slot through the 5-hole of Larry Dick on the power play. Steve Goslin's first goal of the season from Davidson and LaFrance at 13:57. And we've got a 3-0 Chicago lead.
Well, after being outshot last night, 44-24, look at this. Chicago, 18-9, our computer discount warehouse stat look. Saves, Ray LeBlanc made 9, Larry Dick 15. 3 of them went in. Kansas City did a better job on the faceoffs, not many rebounds, but the power play, 50%. Gene Ubriaco will take that.
I don't think anybody's going to complain about a 50% percentage on your power play. When it's clicking like that, you're going to have a great night every night if you can keep it at that pace.
3-0 Chicago leading Kansas City. This is the third straight road game for the Kansas City Blades. They'll play 12 of their first 17 away. As we look at part of the crowd here at the Rosemont Horizon. Chicago Wolves last year averaged over 11,000 fans per game. They're hoping to at least do the same this year. If you'd like to be part of Wolves hockey here in person, tickets are available for these games coming up versus Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Milwaukee. Call Ticketmaster at the number on your screen, 312-559-1212, or stop by the Horizon box office. Should point out once again, if you're just joining us, that we're going to be miking Gene Ubriaco. And what I try to do, or I tried to do last year, and will continue to do that, if he's saying something on the ice, I'm going to lay out if I think it's something important that you at home should hear. And sometimes that's hard to do. You've got to stop and start. And we're kind of feeling our way around. But Gene did a great job, I thought, with it last year. And hopefully we can play it the exact same way. You've seen a lot of Chicago Wolves merchandise already here on People in the Stands. If you would like to be a part of that and sport some Wolves paraphernalia, order your official Wolves merchandise catalog. Write the Wolves at the address on your screen. The easiest thing to do is to remember the number, toll-free, 1-800-THE-WOLVES. Gene, are you with us?
We got Smitty and Reardon's in the box, so we're going to put Ghost Goose.
Right now he's talking things over with assistant coach Alex Roberts. Gene, you with us? You hearing me all right?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. What was the focus in between periods? Everything's going right, but how do you keep them focused with 2 more periods to go?
Well, you know, they have a good hockey club, and hopefully we're better tonight. And that's about it. We're not, you know, it's a 0-0 game in our mind.
The Chicago Wolves will be shorthanded to start this period. And this is an important shift here, Bobby, because you want to get off to the good start. Kansas City knows that if they get 1 goal in the power play, they're right back in.
Well, Kansas City goes into their dressing room. First of all, their coaches, I'm sure, is going to read them the riot yak for the way they played in the first period. But secondly, he says, listen, we've got a chance right off the hop. We got a power play. We can get right back into the hockey game with a power play goal, make it 3-1, and sway some of the momentum in our favor. So it's going to be a big job right here for the Wolf penalty killers.
Boys, let's concentrate, focus.
The voice that you will be hearing in the background, if you don't recognize it, it's not myself, it's not Bob McGill, it will be Gene Ubriaco.
Hey, stay focused here now, boys. Come on now.
Ray LeBlanc, razor sharp in gold in that first period, 9 saves. Bobby, he had the stick moving, he had the glove moving. The reflex saves were spectacular. And he had 1 goal post that was struck by Jeff McLean.
Well, you can always love it when you get help from your friend, and he just looked very sharp. He's in focus, and what I noticed with Ray LeBlanc when his game is on, he's out helping. He's like a third defenseman on the ice some nights. He was out chasing down some loose pucks, stopping it for his defenseman, which is so important. And I think when he's involved in the game where he's playing well, he's out there helping out his defense.
Wolves start this one shorthanded. Reardon in the box for his last penalty, which was for holding at 19:59, so he served a whole 1 second of that. Higher play out for Kansas City. Emmons line will come out to start it. McLean to the left, Tansel to the right. Point men are Dick and Batters. Chicago shorthanded. Have Berglund out there to start it off. Berglund and Breslin.
Come on, boys.
Back there defensively for Chicago are Smith and Gosselin. Along the boards, Kansas City will dig it out. Centering pass, we've got a delayed penalty coming on here, and it's against Greg Smith. So the Wolves will be down an extra man as it's touched by Gosselin. Greg Smith is going to get a holding call. So Chicago will be down 2 players.
Right there, a very one of those penalties where there's no need for it. What happens is he falls down with the Blades player, and both players are laying on top of each other, and he's holding them to try and get up. But you can't afford to take a penalty in that situation because now they're down by 2 players.
We talked about Larry Dick being legally blind in one eye, the left eye. His former teammate Steve Molte should know about playing against Larry Dick. We asked him.
Well, I don't know which one's good or which one's bad. Maybe if I find out which one's bad, I'll try and go there.
Talking about the left eye of Larry Dick. We know that it's his left eye, but I guess Steve didn't.
Who's up and down?
Side of the net, shot. Oh, LeBlanc holding the short side. It's 5-on-3 for another 116. And that's when Reardon's penalty will expire. All Dick with it. Crossing the right side, touch pass, over the line they come. Jeff McLean at the right circle. McDonald is out there with Rivers and Berglund, 2 defensemen and 1 forward. Centering pass off the stick, it looked like a Rivers. Out of the zone it comes. 55 seconds left on the
we're ready,
penalty.
we're jumping. Come on, Mark, Reed. Nice change.
Over the line comes Shalhoub. You're hearing the voice of Gene Ubriaco on the Chicago Wolves bench. We have him mic'd. Gary Emmons in the power play. 2-man advantage. Kansas City trying to get back in the game. Holding is Shalhoub. The shot. LeBlanc covers it, and you want to tie it up, and McDonald made Shalhoub pay the price.
Well, Kevin McDonald standing his ground. So important as a defenseman not to get caught out of position on a 5-on-3. He holds his ground. Great play by Kevin McDonald right there. As the puck's out at the side, he's not letting the pass go across for the easy one-time goal. And there he's saying, putting an exclamation point on the play, saying, you come into my territory, you're going to pay the price. And Kalun ends up on the ground on his backside.
One of the things that they like is to have whistles in this situation because it's tough to play 5-on-3.
Well, you get an opportunity to change some players. You get hemmed in your own end sometimes. You don't get a chance to get off, so you can get very tired. So it's great when you get a couple of whistles for your advantage.
Gene Ubriaco getting the next group of penalty killers ready. Top of the circle drive, and LeBlanc stick that one high off the glass.
Boys, just bouncing, move it, that's it. Got to jump on those loose pucks.
Loose puck comes out center point, faking the shot.
Hurry up, Rick.
Yegorov.
That's it, to the dot, no further, that's it.
Side of the net.
Reed.
Shot, stopped by LeBlanc, where is it? To the right circle it goes, Turbayev. Center point shot, blocked by Rivers. Penalty is over, at least one on Reardon, he comes back.
Come on, don't stop.
Todd Reardon trying to get back into the play, that puck should have been clear. And a whistle, 2 guys almost go again, that's Osachi. That puck was moving.
Well, I tell you, bouncing along the boards, and that's what you got to do. When you have a bouncing puck, jump on it, force the issue, and they get it out across the blue line, and get a big whistle. Puck moves across the point, big shot from the point, Sean blocks it. And then he makes a great little second effort right there to poke the puck away from Gary Emmons, and gets to safety.
Your line's up. They're going to come right away.
Okay, got the box.
Yeah. Hey, Brownie got the box.
5-on-4.
28.
17 seconds left.
Let's go.
Kansas City looking to come back. They had a chance with a 2-man power play to come right back and maybe score 2. Right now they're 6 seconds away from being shut out on both. Along the boards, Berglund looking to poke, check it out, get some help. Penalty's over. Smith is out of the box. Get a shot. Wolves with Smith with the long reach.
Get a shot. Hey, change. Come on, boys.
Back the other way, the Blades over the line. That looked offside. Right side, we get another delayed penalty coming up again. It's on Chicago. And what gives here with all of these penalties? We've got a slash on the Wolves. So the penalty killers must do it again.
Chicago had the opportunity there when Smith comes out of the penalty box. He gets a chance to get a good shot on goal and then get off the ice because he's not a forward. But what happens is he loses the puck and they're scrambling back, going the other way on the transition game, and it ends up with a slashing penalty himself again. So he goes right back in the box for another 2 minutes.
That's why you heard Gene say, quick change, and you got to get a shot. If you get the shot, you're covered back there defensively.
One thing I don't know if the people are listening or watching to the game here, Gene Ubriaco is a very good coach for letting his players know who's up and who's taking who. And I played for a lot of coaches throughout my career where a lot of times guys would be yelling in the bench, who's up, because the coach never talked enough. And it's great to hear and see Gene doing that. Everybody knows when they're up and ready to be going.
Yeah, but you knew you were on the ice all the time. You were out there for the power play. You were out there for penalty killing. You were out there in the 5-on-5.
And then I woke up.
Yeah, right.
Big kill, eh?
Trying to help
boys. Big kill. They're on that puck.
Here's Rivers. I'll tell you, it's tough to do. You know, you sustain yourself, you kill off those 2 penalties, you're a little bit tired, and you've got to reach down deep and kill another.
I want you to stay.
It's always tough because it's like shooting yourself in the foot because you work so hard to get back, and then all of a sudden you turn around and you're right back in the hole again.
McDonald golfs it. All the way down ice.
Go to right side.
1:34 to go on the power play for Kansas City. Chicago killed off a 2-man power play, not quite for 2 full minutes, but right up there. Nielsen, upended. That comes back the other way.
All right, Brett.
Hope you're enjoying Wolves hockey tonight here on the U with Bob McGill. I'm John Paul Delacamera, joined in the second period by head coach Gene Ubriaco, who's right down below. Shalhoub will give it up. And that's an offside. Good call. Linesman right there. I think Rob Brown called that first.
Brett.
Come on, boys. Come on. Here we go. 1:08 to go on the man advantage for Kansas City. And so far, the Wolves penalty killers have gotten the job done. Several players. He's not relying on one group.
Well, it's important that you use a number of players for the simple fact that you only dress 10 forwards. So he's using everybody in the game, and they're involved. And the number one thing that they're doing is they're aggressive on the puck, forcing Kansas City to do things that they don't want to do on their power play, and making them more confused because they can't rely on the things that they're used to doing every day.
Shin batters, dropping it back. Played off the far boards by Paul Dick. LeBlanc is way out, can't clear it out of the zone. May get some help on the far side. Berglund in there.
Come on.
Jamming away at it. 3-0 Chicago leading. In the slot, Evans. Oh, sticked away LeBlanc. Big save. Out at the left point. Intercepted. Goslin, that's a great clear. He just missed our new video board. That is not
a disaster.
Ribs and duff. Yes, that's right. Let's go.
Cost too much money to hit it. Coming back up ice. McLean from center snaps it in around the glass. LeBlanc couldn't get it. Took a funny carom. Shalhoub nailed by Goslin. Goslin in there tough. Davidson as well. Center point Emmons. Oh, stolen away. Here's the breakaway. Davidson. This shot, he never got it out. Penalty coming up. Davidson draws the penalty as he busted in shorthanded. No whistle yet. Now there is. And Lee Davidson's unhappy because I think he took another shot after the first penalty.
Well, great second effort by Gary Emmons, but he ends up getting the penalty. Here we got.
Emmons just took a shot at Malte.
Oh, here we go.
Look it up. Look at this. That's
Greg Smith and Oduya. Greg Smith is a big, strong guy. He's going to get Oduya. He's going to take a couple of shots here, but he's standing right in there. And Oduya, I tell you, you're not going to call him a chicken Swede, that's for sure.
No. How do you do ya?
Wow.
Oh, there's no way they're going to break that up. That's not a dance. That's a hockey fight. The players were even watching that one.
Well, that's hockey at its finest right there.
You can't hear yourself in this building. It's rocking. Chicago 3, Kansas City 0. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
Work it. Hi, this is Wayne Messmer telling you about a free T-shirt offer fashioned just for Wolves fans. It's your gift for opening a Chicago Wolves free checking account at First Federal Bank. This sporty free checking account has no minimum balance, no service charge, plus 200 free Chicago Wolves checks and matching checkbook cover. To get your paws on this value, visit the Arlington Heights, Des Plaines, and Schaumburg locations. First Federal's free Wolves checking and T-shirt. Now there's something to howl about.
Savage. Through the ages, this shape has changed the way we travel, the way we play, and now the way we watch TV. Introducing the revolutionary Z-Track remote from Zenith. Just point, spin, and click. Television has never been easier to control. Zenith advanced video imaging sets, with colors more vivid and images more realistic than ever before. And now the simplicity of the new Z-Track remote. One more way Zenith is reshaping television.
Well, the Chicago Wolves with some great action going on here, and there's a mishap at the blue line as Lee Davidson intercepts the errant pass by Gary Evans, and he's going down on a breakaway with Evans in pursuit. Lee Davidson's going to try and cut back to his backhand, and Emmons lays the stick out, and he's going to get a penalty for hooking, and he gets the extra shot after the whistle. Steve Goslin at the other end, he lays out Shalhoub right there with a big body check. And Ray LeBlanc is also going to come up with a big save as the puck comes out from the sideboards all out to the slot with a one-time shot by Emmons, and he keeps it away looking sharp as he has been all night.
We're looking at number 23, Goslin. He looks a little bit bigger to me than last year, but whether he's bigger or not, Bobby, he's playing bigger. He stretched out to Palma last night in the game against Minnesota. We show that in the highlights. A nice hit there on Shalhoub. That's the part of his game that has to improve for him to improve as a player, because offensively he's got all the tools.
He certainly does, JP. He's a kid who had over 100 points in junior hockey as a defenseman. But you jump to the pro ranks, and it's a big difference because the players are so much bigger, stronger, smarter, faster, and to play defense at this level, you got to learn to play defensively and take the body. And he's shown this year already. He's playing much more physical. Probably, I think he did a lot of upper body work during the summer, and he certainly improved his body checking ability.
They've got Molte in the box, but we've not heard the announcement, but Emmons obviously got called for that first penalty. Are they misconducts? There's no times up there. Molte's sitting it down.
Head up, man.
He didn't throw any punches, so he shouldn't have anything.
Square into the play. That's what you know the puck.
If you didn't know whether Oduya could throw him, you knew Smith could. If you didn't know about Oduya, the answer is yes.
Well, I tell you, that's it's pretty unbelievable when you see a guy from Sweden who comes in and fights like that. That's a pretty scary thought.
All right, boys, big kill. Let's go win it now. Come on.
5 on 4.
Spirit, boys.
Chicago, we'll try to find out what the deal is on the Molte.
Well, Chicago got a penalty. Chicago's on the power play right here because Smith gets 5. Malte's got a 2-minute roughing penalty.
Step up.
Oduya got 2 and 5, and Emmons gets the original 2-minute penalty, so the Wolves are on the power play.
5 on 4 Chicago, but Molte will be sitting.
Step up. Hurry up. Hurry up. That's it. Hurry up. There we go. Come on. On the biscuit. On the biscuit.
On the biscuit. That's Gene Ubriaco. That's not Bob McGill telling you what's going on.
Get hungry, boys. Get hungry.
3-0. Chicago leading it. Power play on for another 1:17. Brown to Wiseman.
Get over.
Wiseman
a lot
over the
of
line.
time now.
Here's Rivers. Blocked. 2 on 2 the other way. McLean. And contained. McLean. Too high.
Go now.
Penalty coming up on Chicago. Hooking.
Well, I'd have to call that one a little bit of a cheap penalty there because Sean Rivers got, actually it's not on Sean Rivers. It was obviously behind the play with Brian Wiseman trying to pick up somebody on the way back. But I'll tell you, right there, some little bit of sloppy play by the Wolves. They get a 2-on-1 break, Kansas City does. And McLean tries to make the little lob pass over the stick, but it gets away from him. And Quintan doesn't get the opportunity to get a shot on goal.
Brad, you're going to go next. But Al.
Starting to look like last night in terms of the flow of the game. It's harder to coach this way. There's Rob Brown.
Make sure we have the points.
Already
we don't
having
got
a big night
in any
with
zone,
2 assists.
Right? You got, bro. Make sure, eh? This is a hand. Riv, use your hand, baby. Hand.
Off the draw, Kansas City getting it. So now it's 4-on-4 hockey for another 49 seconds, and then the Blades will have a man advantage for just over a minute. A minute and change. Up ice. Rob Brown.
Rivers.
Brown comes around. In front. Unselfish. He had that shot, but he gave it to Berglund.
How much time?
In 30 seconds.
Okay. Mac.
Blades bring it back. Up ice. No room for Tansel. He's sandwiched in there. Goslin in there as well. Berglund's pass finds the open man. Rob Brown.
All right, you guys ready, Brits? We're going to be short.
Brown will bring it in. Big slapper, and it's deflected into the crowd. Last touched by Osachi.
Mac.
Robbie Brown with another great shift right there. And Tim Berglund goes to the net, and Robbie Brown lays the puck right there for him. And I'll tell you, if I had an opportunity to play on a line with a great rush here, you see Berglund's going to go right to the net, and a great little pass right here by Brown, right through the goal mouth. And I'll tell you, if I'm playing on Rob Brown's line, I'm going to the net all night long with my stick on the ice because he's going to put it there. I'd probably score 20 goals.
Well, maybe 19. I'm not sure if he'd hit 20, but you know what? He drew 4 players. You saw in the replay. 4 players went for him, so somebody's got to be open. He draws a crowd, and you know, like you just said, as a player, he'll get it to you. He'll find you. Go for an open space. In this case, the net.
Well, he's so slippery one-on-one because he shucks and jives, and it's funny because he holds the puck out, pulls it back, and like you say, he draws that crowd towards you, so somebody's going to be open, and he'll find you if you're open.
Off the draw. Remember, the Wolves will be shorthanded pretty soon in about 12 seconds. Gene Ubriaco had a chance to remind the players about that during that last stoppage.
Get her down!
Rivers goes the other way, and that's a great play. No one expecting that for either side, actually. Secord out there trying to kill off this 4-on-4, and he's going to stay out there for now. Here's the power play.
Baby.
Now they want to make the change. Secord going out because it is a penalty killing situation, and they want Berglund out there. Berglund and Breslin. Breslin, a strong penalty killer, as is Berglund. Players jamming along the boards. McDonald is out there for Chicago.
Don't go in the shot.
Here's the shot taken, and it goes wide. Breslin there with Berglund, Rivers, and McDonald out at the point. Big shot. Score off. It looked like the skate of Kevin McDonald in front. And no one feels worse about that than the defenseman.
It's a tough situation to be in right there. The puck it's a seemingly innocent shot coming from the point. But what happens is Ray LeBlanc gets caught where Kevin McDonald's standing in front of him, and the puck's going to go, and it almost looks like it hits McDonald in the leg. He's probably better off to move out of the way and let the goaltender take the shot. And from a different angle, it looked like it hit the inside skate of Kevin McDonald and bounces between the legs of Ray LeBlanc.
Tanza will get his first goal of the season. If he stays here, he's going to get a pile of them. He had over 50 a few years ago with Kalamazoo. He had 41. He had 59 in the American Hockey League. Bodies start to fly, and Davidson just got hit with a high stick. It's getting rough down there.
Let's get it back.
Duffy with a little push in. The number 11 player, Hirschweiler. Well, they're going to settle it there. We'll come back. It's a 3-1 lead now for Chicago. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
Person needs to send resume to New York. Wants to make a big impression. Goes to post office. Finds out priority mail is a smart solution. Resume gets noticed. Person gets job. Now, if he can only get a can. Team needs new jerseys. Person has to deliver them overnight. Goes to post office. Finds express mail as a smart solution. Guarantees delivery. Jerseys arrive on time. Person avoids getting sacked.
It's a new day at Jewel and Osco. Because now, Chicago's best food store and best drugstore are teaming up like never before to bring you more store-wide values, more store-wide savings, and a greater level of shopping convenience. It's the kind of news we hope will brighten everyone's day. Jewel Osco, working together to serve you better.
Go back to his net. You have to allow him that. If he would have gone the other way, you'd have to call a penalty. Did you follow me?
Yeah, I think we better talk to your partners too.
I've been talking to him all game.
Let them know that when you're not there, don't get drunk.
Doesn't make that much difference. Let's go, boys. Come on, boys.
Well, you don't see much of that in hockey.
You ever see that?
Thanks, Gene.
We were going to drop the puck, and the referee was talking to me.
Thanks, Gene. Off the draw, Rivers will take it. Gene was asking him a question when we were on commercial break about the obstruction and interference call. It sounded like in front of the net, and then you heard the rest of it. All the way back down ice.
Let's go.
Deep in the Wolves zone. As a refresher course,
all right, let's go.
Whizbang is Brian Wiseman. That's his nickname. So when you hear Gene talking about Whizbang, that's who it is. 12:04 to go in the second period. It's a 3-1 game. And for the Chicago Wolves, Bobby, they must maintain intensity because the next goal could change things around, and they've played well up to this point.
Well, they have to get back to what they were doing in the first period. We go back back to last night's hockey game when Kevin McDonald went out with for his team and sparked them, and they went out and came back and won the hockey game. Tonight, O'Dulia goes out there and he has a great scrap, maybe picks their team up a little bit, and now they've got a goal and give them a little bit of life. So now Chicago has to go, let's get back to what got us the 3-0 lead. Hard work, going after time and time again. Got to get back into the rhythm.
Off the draw, it's the BMW line out there with Brown, Malte, and Wiseman. Along the boards, Batter's there, Brown is there, so's Wiseman. 3-1 Chicago leading it. Malte has 2. Goslin 1. That's Goslin. Flipping it in around the boards. Behind the net, Brown centers. Malte, I thought, was tied up. That was contained in there.
Good defensive play by Stefan Contain.
Offside.
In front, backhander save. Beautiful stop off Nielsen by LeBlanc. I'm seeing some obstruction out there that's not being caught. Here's Goslin over the line. Had to win that. Nice recovery by Steve Goslin, or else he could have been beaten.
Collude.
Well, he's certainly jumping up into the play right there, trying to create some offense, but he's got to remember he can't get too carried away and take a chance. Coming back the other way, Nielsen makes a nifty move at the blue line. He almost fools LeBlanc with a little backhand shot, but Ray LeBlanc makes the save again like he needs to do in that situation. Very much in control, JP, and he looks sharp still.
Bobby, all of his rebounds have been away from goal, into the corners, nothing in front, which is great for a goaltender.
It's very important for a goaltender. Makes it easier on his defense, and it cuts down the chances against if you keep your rebounds out to the side, away from second chances.
LeBlanc clears this one to the near boards. 5-on-5 hockey. We haven't seen that in a while.
You don't go past the puck in our end. Come on, boys.
Berglund.
Right there, Fergie's got to get out.
Kept in by Scremin. In front, that's almost cleared out. Now finally it comes out of the zone.
We got to make that play there. It's a big play, boys.
Voice you're hearing is coming from the bench. That's Gene Ubriaco. We have him mic'd, as we will, every second period on Wolves hockey here on the U. Rivers can't clear it out. Jeff McLean keeping it in. In the deep slot, Emmons blocked.
Good play. Now go.
Clear out of the zone. Off the boards. Breslin had Bergman, but he couldn't get him. Coming through. Rivers walking in. Saved by Larry Dick. That's as good as they get. On a save like that, Larry Dick robbed Sean Rivers. That could have been Sean's second goal of the year.
Well, that's a huge save right there for the Kansas City Blades. It's a neutral zone. What happens is Sean Rivers jumps up and he picks off a pass from Breslin, and he makes a nice move right here on Gary Emmons, who's not a defenseman. Cuts around the outside, and Larry Dick stacks the pads, makes the save, and covers it up for the rebound. Again, from another angle, great move right there by Sean Rivers to his backhand. Sweeps around, but Larry Dick slams the door shut. Doesn't allow that 3-goal bulge again.
Rivers showed you his speed, but he jumps into the play so well for Chicago. And that's what helped him. Not just speed, but the anticipation. You jump in, you go. Igorov clears it into the Wolves' end. Goslin is there. 10-12 left in the second period. Chicago had a 3-0 lead. Kansas City has just gotten one back on the man advantage. And they'll get an icing call, which will bring the next face-off.
He was over, wasn't he?
Back to the other way. This is only the first home game for the Chicago Wolves, so there will be plenty more, and hopefully you want to make plans to join us here at the Rosemont Horizon. Games coming up versus Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Milwaukee. Call Ticketmaster or stop by the Horizon box office and be a part of Chicago Wolves hockey.
Come on, we got a game to win here, boys.
Fans, stop by Sport Mart in Mount Prospect tomorrow between 2 and 4. You get a chance to talk with Rob Brown and Wendell Young. They'll be signing autographs and greeting customers. Sport Mart is located at 211 West Grand Road in Mount Prospect. The Wolves hope they see you there.
Hey, make the play. Make the play. Perfect.
Off the glass and out.
Way to go.
LaFrance.
That was perfect.
Well, the coach liked it.
Worked it like a charm.
Sherbayev can't get it out. 2-on-1. Could have been had that puck not hopped over a stick. That was Igorov. This is Batters.
Hey, let's start.
Losing
they got to
his
pay
balance.
the price in our end, eh, guys? Come on.
That means hit.
Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Along the right side. LaFrance. I was trying to supply the translation there. Larry Dick will cover it up, but Gene Ubriaco, obviously, Bob wants to see more hitting in the Wolves.
Well, they got away. They're getting away from their spirit. They're doing too much circling, and they're not doing that stop and go in your own zone. When you're swinging around, nobody's really taking anybody. Everybody's sort of going after different players. You got to stop and start. Take your man, finish him. Hold him against the boards for a second. Take a look around. You know you've got your man, and if one person does it, everybody else should follow suit.
BMW line is out with Brown on the right side, Molte left. Wiseman will center it. Reardon on defense with Greg Smith, who is back after his bout with Oduya. Off the boards, Smith couldn't get to it. Greg Smith with that long reach, and then a check into contain, and a whistle. And that's going to be an offside. I looked right away towards the referee, but his arm was not up. There's Greg Smith.
Let's go, boys.
3-1, Chicago leading. We remind you that Julasco and the Chicago Wolves have teamed up this year to bring you savings. Stop by participating Julasco stores to find out more information about how you can receive a family pack of tickets for half price. You can also register to win a trip to the 1996 All-Star Game. This year, it's in Houston, Texas.
Let's go.
Off the draw, Greg Smith. Off the boards for Molte. Smith in there battling behind the net with Ferschweiler. Cleared around the boards, near side. Wolves trying to break it out. Brown helped them out to Wiseman. Over the line they come. Dumped in. Brown centers in the slot, cut off.
Boy, we don't throw it out looking, guys. Make sure we got the stick out.
Looking to flip it in front.
Come on, boys. Second effort. Come on. Come on. Come on.
Kansas City coming up. Big shot was blocked. Into the corner, Greg Smith, first man on it for Chicago. Smith trying to move it around, got tripped up. The play stays in the Wolves zone. 8:29 to go in this second period. Kansas City has shown some life. No doubt that goal, Bobby, helped them.
Way to move that puck.
Anytime you can get a goal like that after a big fight, especially on the road, it's a great opportunity to get back in the hockey game.
Wiseman plays it off the boards. Duffy got hit. Centering pass, Rob Brown waits for help. Big shot, Rivers, and he broke his stick on it. But great vision by Brown and even spotting him. Rivers went to the bench to get another stick. Sean Rivers behind the net.
I'm sure he
intercepted.
23.
Long at the right circle. Shalhoub spinning in front. Just wide off that attempted tip-in. That was McLean, who's had no luck tonight so far.
Lee, you got it, Lee.
4 players are there battling, and we've lost it. It's underneath a fallen Wolves player. It was Davidson. Next face-off to the right side of Ray LeBlanc with 7:43 to go in the second period.
A great effort in front of the net. You got the puck come out to the side, and you got Jeff McLean in front of the net all alone with a man on him, but he redirects the puck, just goes wide past Ray LeBlanc, and stays out of the net. But going back to the last play there where Sean Rivers breaks his stick, it's amazing how Jeff Brown sees so much of the ice. When he sees Rivers come in, you know, he uses an aluminum stick and he snapped it like a twig.
We'll be chatting, by the way, with Rob Brown. We're expecting to get him in between periods 2 and 3. We'll also talk with Gene Ubriaco and get his comments. 7:43 to go. Second period, 3-1 Chicago. Big shot stopped by Ray LeBlanc. He saw that one all the way. We've got a Wolves player down. It's Pellerin at the point, but I believe he's all right.
Stay focused, gang, eh? Let's hear it. Be ready, boys.
Brian Pellerin had a fine exhibition season.
What do you get on the boards, Brownie?
He handled the rough stuff as he always does, but he also scored 2 goals, and he looked very good for Chicago.
Well, over the summer, Gene and Grant Mulvey also wanted him to go home and improve on his skills, and he worked on his skills a lot this summer in his skating, and it's going to help him in the long run, certainly.
Off the draw, shot by Dick. All Dick's shot was cleared away. 2-on-2, Berglund has it poke checked away. Kansas City Blades dump it back in the Chicago end. 7:25 left in the second period. Wolves are up by a pair of goals. Here they come with Berglund. Tim Berglund drags it. Looks for help. Off Pellerin's stick and Breslin. Brian Pellerin coming out. Nobody picks him up. Tried to play it across and was deflected.
Boy, oh boy.
Breslin. Pellerin first man there. Tied up by by Jeff Batters. McLean is in. Berglund is there. 4 players. Puck still moving. So Dean Warren will not blow the whistle. Now he does. Something happened there behind the play between Batters and Pellerin, and it's got to be one of those obstruction deals.
Well, this is the exact same kind of penalty that Greg Smith got about 10 minutes ago. 2 players down on the ice, both battling to try and get up and get back into position. As Pellerin's got the puck along the wall, Batters has got him tied up right here. He's got a stick between the glass and himself. Now they're both laying on the ice. Pellerin's trying to get up to get back into the play. Batters is holding him, and he sees right there. He lets him go in disgust because he sees the referee with his hand up, and he's going to get the penalty.
You're right. All that stuff we saw before was fine. It was the end that cost Jeff Batters.
Last year that doesn't get called. This year with the new restraint rules, I think it's great because
you're not sure what to
once the players get a grasp for it and it's not called so often, it's going to open up the game, more offense, more excitement, and the brand of hockey is going to be faster.
Power play on here for Chicago. They lead it 3-1. They've not scored since 13:57 of the opening period, and they've got the BMW line out there now. Goslin will work one of the points with Davidson. Dumped in by Chicago, cleared by Oduya. Ray LeBlanc leaves it there for Goslin. He has 1 power play goal tonight. Mulday has 1 power play and 1 other one. At the center ice line, now Goslin comes back with it. Goslin's goal was the last goal for Chicago. Brown to Mulday. 4 players battle. Very good. Brown gets it. Brownie to Wiseman. Looking at the attempted wraparound. It's not there. Brown again. Flip pass to Mulday.
Let's get a shot.
Mulday holding.
Shoot, babe.
Center point. Back for Mulday. Side to Brown. Flip pass blocked. Wiseman on it. 57 seconds left in the man advantage. Chicago leads 3-1. Brown to the right point area. Now closer. It's Wiseman at the circle. Center point Goslin. Wiseman to Brown in front. Davidson chasing. Nice tip out. Wiseman from Goslin. The pass, shot, save, Dick. And Mulday was brought down.
Come on, what the hell? What are you doing back there?
3-on-2 the other way. Centering pass blocked off Hammond.
You called that cheap shit on me.
Should have been a power play at the other end when Mulday was taken down. There was no call, and the danger was, Bobby, there was a 3-on-2 the other way.
You got to get back, even if you get caught up on the on the power play. You got to get back and help your defense in an odd man situation. They got lucky there, no shot against.
This one is cleared away, all the way back into the Wolves zone. Ray LeBlanc leaves it out for Rivers. That'll do it for the power play. Batters is out. Back in over the line. Come the Blades. Losing it is Tansel. Brought down, poke checked out of the zone. Wolves bring it down to France. Has a breakaway. Walks in. Score! LeBlanc! His first goal.
Chips the puck by, and he hits Daryl LaFrance in full stride, and he's going to score a beautiful backhand play, as I'm sure he's done many times before as in his junior career. But he makes no mistake right here with his first professional goal, and it's a beauty.
We told you he was a goal scorer. You hadn't seen it yet. I think he was a little tentative. Nothing will get the juices flowing more than that, but that's a lot of pressure, and I love the way he went to the backhand.
Well, there's nothing better than scoring your first professional goal on a breakaway, and I'll tell you, I did the same thing, JP. I got my first National Hockey League goal on a breakaway. Mine was a little different, though. I stepped out of the penalty box and I got a breakaway. But great feeling for the young kid, and it's only going to help build his confidence.
All right, Matt, Goose.
Daryl LaFrance just scored on a breakaway goal. It was his first pro goal. Well done, Daryl LaFrance. It's a 4-1 Chicago lead. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
WCW goes worldwide. From the superstars to the rising stars, the biggest to the baddest. Hulk Hogan, Sting, Renegade, Macho Man Randy Savage, Harlem Heat with Sister Sherry and Johnny B. Bad. WCW Worldwide.
WCW Worldwide Wrestling, Sunday at 6 on Channel 26, The U.
Nostalgia's a funny thing. At some point you realize the people you're looking back at are looking at you. Their eyes were on the future. And that kind of forward thinking has had its rewards for your local Chevy dealer since 1916. Today, Chevy's the #1 seller of cars and trucks in the Chicago area. That's a real testament to everyone who's ever worked in a Chevy dealership, and to the fact that while looking back is always nice, looking ahead is what got us here.
Well, Bob, you didn't tell me your dad was at the game. Somebody is proudly holding up a mugshot, it looks like. That's you, and you graciously signed it before the game.
Well, that was a couple of years ago, that picture back in the old Chicago Blackhawk days, but...
You looked a little tough there. You looked a little tough.
I was known to have a scuffle or two over the years.
That's what I heard. That's what I've seen. Kansas City coming back. I tell you, that was a huge goal right before we went to commercial and LeBlanc scored, because Kansas City was coming on and they were 1 goal away from really a 1-goal game.
Kansas City was starting to pick up some momentum, and Chicago was sort of laying back a little bit on their heels. Now this hopefully is going to pick them right back up and continue their strong play again.
Batters behind the net. Emmons.
Hey, defense, we don't get caught, eh?
Back for LeBlanc. The voice you're hearing is Gene Ubriaco. We'll be chatting with him in between periods 2 and 3. We'll also talk with Rob Brown. Please stick around for that.
Goose, you get right back, eh, Goose?
We're 3:36 away from the end of the second period.
3 minutes to go.
Smith off the boards.
You missed the pass.
Back the other way, deep in the Wolves zone. The confidence must be sky high in Darryl LeBlanc now, as that icing call means the face-off down the other end. And we'll pause for a break. Chicago 4, Kansas City 1. This is Wolves hockey live on the U.
It could only come from here, Canada. The home of ice. Molson Ice. Ice brewed to be colder and bolder. Yet smooth as ice. Molson Ice. From the land where ice was born. Buy a burger at some places, and who knows, it may have been reheated in a microwave or spent time drying out under a heat lamp, which in fact makes it very good.
For hockey? Why not get a great-tasting 99-cent quarter-pound Champ Burger from Checkers? It's bigger than a Big Mac, thicker than a Whopper, and it's always made to order when you order. The Champ Burger, 99 cents every day and never microwave. Checkers, one taste and you're ours.
Wolves merchandise is hot. Last year they had one of the best logos in the league, one of the top 5, and it showed in the sales. There's Rob Brown. You'll see him and you'll hear him coming up in between periods 2 and 3, and also we'll chat as usual with the coach, Gene Ubriaco. 4-1, Chicago leading over Kansas City, but that last goal, a huge one by Darryl LeBlanc, his first pro goal, and stopping Kansas City's momentum.
Way to go, Rear.
Far side boards, Reardon getting some ice time here.
Your defenseman. Defense first, eh, boys?
There. Coming up, Malte wanted to make that a touch pass to Brown. Malte with 2 goals in that first period. Goslin had one as well.
Offside. All right, let's go.
There's been 1 goal for each team in the second period. What a year Steve Malte had. If you looked at all his numbers, it didn't matter whether the games were home or away.
Let's go.
He pretty well balanced it out. Just 1 goal difference between home and away. A great touch around the net. He has all the tools.
He certainly does. He's got all the tools. He's 6'1", 210 pounds. And, I mean, you don't find that quality of a goal scorer generally in a big man like himself. He'd be a typical power forward, you would want to call him here. And it's great to see that he scored both on the road and at home, which is so important for your team, especially if a guy is going to score a lot of goals on the road for you.
In the corner, the centering pass, big shot went wide, and the loose puck break that time on that bouncing puck. At the circle. Shot is blocked off, canceled by Duffy. LeBlanc almost got caught. Off the board, Secord with a check. Kansas City with it. Oduya gives it up to Trebayan. Around the defense in the slot. Shot wide, but Davidson altered that shot.
Hey, let's go. Change. 5.
Oduya back with it. 2 games in 2 nights for both teams, so you may see some shorter shifts, especially now and in the third period.
Last minute coming up, 2 minutes. Hey, change! Come on.
Puck dumped into the Kansas City zone. You're listening to the voice of Gene Ubriaco, mic'd as he will be every second period on Wolves hockey. Pellerin in there, nice job. In front. Couple of deflections. Wolves get a break with Berglund working. Tim Berglund gives you everything he has, regardless of whether he gets a lot of minutes in a game like tonight or not as many in a game last night when the game was just a crazy one. Here's Pellerin.
Brownie, last minute control the puck.
Behind the net. Pellerin going down looking for a call. Not getting one. Behind the cage again. Pellerin again with an effort tying up Oduya. Kevin McDonald pinching in. Pellerin as well.
In the middle of the ice.
McDonald pitching. The puck comes out of the zone, but that's good coverage back there by Chicago. Gosselin was there. Puck comes back the other way. Berglund had a collision that time with Ken Hammond. Around the boards. Malte kept it in. Off a tip. Berglund was just coming back.
Well, the Kansas City defense has been caught out there for the last minute and a half, and they want to get off badly. They're going to try a long change here, and the Wolves might catch them.
Off the boards. Forget about Might. Over the line they come. Wiseman hooks it. Side of the net. Malte with a check that time behind the cage, and look out. Malte was there. Logaci. Back the other way. Dumped into the zone. Contained. They waved off an offside. Centering pass. Malte back checking.
Way to go, Malte.
Off the boards.
Nice.
Up to Brown.
Excellent.
Quick transition here for Chicago. Malte overskated and Smith blast. Save. Larry Dick saw that one in traffic.
Attaboy.
Back up ice comes Kansas City. What a goal that would have been at the end of the period, but the Wolves fans act as if they don't need it. Great ovation. Great finish with LeBlanc.
Way to go, Steve.
Well, it's been an exciting period, sort of 2 periods in one, where Kansas City came out and took it to the Wolves, caught them on their heels a little bit, but then they come back and score a big goal, catch the momentum back. Good couple last minutes.
Again, Larry Dick keeps his team in the game. He gives one up there. It's a 5-1 game with a second or so to go, and you don't want to give those up regardless of which goaltender it is. Those are tough ones. 4-1, Chicago over Kansas City. You're watching and enjoying, I'm sure, Wolves hockey tonight, live on the U.
Ah, fresh produce. Too bad it all doesn't come in a patented Stay Fresh pouch like Fresh Express Farms. Fresh Express Farms salad, all picked and washed and chopped and ready to eat, and rushed to your grocer in our patented Stay Fresh pouch. Waste not, want not. That's fresh. Fresh Express Farms. Ha 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 ha. That's fresh.
Hey Wolves fans, show your true colors this season with officially licensed apparel of the Chicago Wolves. You'll be in style with the latest line of Wolves merchandise. Order your official 1995-96 Wolves merchandise catalog now. Write to the Chicago Wolves at 10550 Lunt Avenue, Rosemont, Illinois 60018. Or call 1-800-THE-WOLVES.
It's a new day at Jewel and Osco. Because now, Chicago's best food store and best drugstore are teaming up like never before to bring you more store-wide values, more store-wide savings, and a greater level of shopping convenience. It's the kind of news we hope will brighten everyone's day. Jewel Osco, working together to serve you better.
Chicago leads Kansas City 4-1 after 2 periods of play. Darryl LaFrance getting his first pro goal in front of a nice crowd here at the Horizon. And have you ever done this on the ice?
Can't say I have, JP.
Nice little promotion. They're on scooters. I was at an NHL game earlier in the week, and they were on sleds. People are doing a lot of things these days to promote the game of hockey all throughout the United States. It's a 4-1 game. Chicago leading Kansas City. Welcome back, everyone, to Wolves Hockey. We are live right here on the U. He's Bob McGill. I'm John Paul Della Camera. Bob McGill didn't get many goals during his NHL career, but Rob Brown did. And Rob Brown is standing by downstairs with us. Let's talk to Rob Brown. Rob, first of all, welcome back to Chicago. And the last 2 nights, we've seen what you and the Wolves can do as an offensive team.
Obviously, with the talent that we have on this team, we're going to score a lot of goals. And the last few nights, we've dedicated ourselves to playing hard. And when we play hard with the talent we have, it's going to be successful. And that's all it is right now is hard work.
Rob, when you first came here, people weren't sure where you were going to play, right wing or center. Now you're on a line that I think could be the best line in the league if you stayed together as a unit. What do you think each of you does on this BMW line?
Well, I agree totally that when we're together and we're playing at our top, that we should dominate every night. We have the top goal scorer in the league in Maltz, who whenever he gets the puck, he seems to put it in the net, and that's what you need. And we got Wisey, who's out there. He can do both. He can score and he can pass the puck, and he's a great little hockey player. And I just try and go out there and get the puck to both of them. I'm a passer, and when I got 2 players that can score goals on me on the same line, then we're going to be successful. And I think we were really disappointed in our first game in Detroit. We saw a little bit of ice time together, but we feel that we have to dominate every night, and the last 2 nights we started.
Rob, this is your 3rd team in 3 years. Do you think that it was a little bit of a hard time learning your new players and before tonight? But obviously tonight it looks like you've found the mark with your partners.
Well, I think that obviously it's a little different every year. For the last few years, I've been on different teams and different players, and it takes a little while before you can realize what each player is good at and where each player is going to be on the ice. And I think in the last few days and through training camp, we've learned a little bit more. And I think a couple more weeks and another 5-6 games, we're going to be clicking even better. Right now, we're a step behind because we're not sure what we're going to do with each other, but we've got a lot of talent on this line, and we're going to make it work.
Rob, you must have had a lot of offers, especially here in the International Hockey League, coming off your last 2 great seasons. What reason or reasons did you choose Chicago?
Well, I think a big reason was I've been in this city before. I enjoyed living in Chicago. I had a lot of fun here. It's a great city. It's a great sports town. And another reason was the Wolves. I wanted to go to a team that was going to be successful. It's hard when you're playing, not in the National Hockey League, and then you're on a team that's not winning. It's even worse. But Chicago's dedicated to winning, and I look at the players on the team too. I saw the opportunity to play with Maltz, who's the leading goal scorer last year, and I wanted to play with a good hockey player like that. And I think I made the right decision.
Rob, right now, 3rd period, what can you tell us about what the Wolves have to do? It's a good lead, but it's not necessarily safe.
Well, no lead's ever safe. Kansas City's got a lot of offensive hockey players on their team. I think they've built their team around offense this year. So we just have to go out and play the same way we did in the first 2 periods, dominate in the corners along the boards, and if we do that, we're going to be successful. We can't give them any easy chances. We got to make them work every minute of this 3rd, and it's going to be a big weekend for us if we win tonight, and we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Rob, for joining us, and good luck in your return to Chicago.
Thanks a lot, guys.
That's Rob Brown of the Chicago Wolves. Stick around. We have a lot more to come your way. Skates is here, and there's a nice crowd on hand to watch the Wolves in their home opener. They lead Kansas City 4-1. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
Nostalgia's a funny thing. At some point, you realize the people you're looking back at are looking at you. Their eyes were on the future. And that kind of forward thinking has had its rewards for your local Chevy dealer since 1916. Today, Chevy's the #1 seller of cars and trucks in the Chicago area. That's a real testament to everyone who's ever worked in a Chevy dealership, and to the fact that while looking back is always nice, looking ahead is what got us here.
If you don't believe road salt causes rust, watch. Because 2 to 4-year-old vehicles are rusting from it inside. Just like this. Now sure, you can wash salt off the outside, but in here calls for Z-Bart rust protection. To stop existing rust, prevent future rust. Z-Bart Tidy Car. For road salt, it's still us or rust.
Save $50 on Z-Bart rust protection. Just $269.95 for cars up to 4 years old. We're in the white pages.
In this day and age, the old camcorder with its tunnel vision is, shall we say, history. Now look at the world with a sharp view cam. The big bright color view screen frees you to see all the action, and the pivoting lens gets shots the old camcorders can't. There's even instant replay with color and sound. So it's out with the old cam, in with Sharp View Cam. Now get up to a $200 rebate when you buy a Sharp View Cam.
Every man has his price. Some follow the law. Some make it their own. Newt Carl, Bounty Hunter. Lonesome Dove, The Outlaw Years. In a lawless land of thieves and cutthroats, one woman is rising to meet the challenge. Maddie Shaw, Lonesome Dove, The Outlaw Years.
Sunday nights at 9.
Our Rob Brown Chevrolet Under the Helmet interview was brought to you by Chevrolet and your local Geo dealers. It's a 4-1 lead for the Chicago Wolves. They're leading against the Kansas City Blades. Welcome back, everyone. It's been a magic night so far here at the Rosemont Horizon. I'm John Paul Delacamera. He's Bob McGill. We've seen Malte score twice, Gosselin once, and a great goal by the rookie LaFrance. We said he was a goal scorer. We hadn't seen it, but we saw it on the breakaway.
Well, in the 2 games that we've done, JP, we've seen Daryl LaFrance get a couple of opportunities, but was just a little slow in reacting. But you get him in a situation where he's a pure goal scorer, and he made no mistake. When he got the opportunity on the breakaway, he turned the Jets on, and the goaltender didn't have a chance.
It was a huge goal because at the time it was a 3-1 lead for Chicago, but Kansas City was coming on. One more goal, and they could have changed it all around. It would have been 3-2.
Well, the Wolves were caught on their heels a little bit, and certainly Kansas City was starting to carry the play their way. So with another goal, if they catch the Wolves flat-footed there and make it 3-2, it's a whole new ball game heading into the 3rd period. But that goal gives them the 3-goal cushion again, so it looks good. As long as they come out this period and play hard and don't take any chances offensively, because they don't really need the goals. To sit back, Kansas City has to gamble offensively to try and make things happen. So if the Wolves play smartly, they should get some opportunities of their own.
You know, I think one of the things that hurt the Chicago Wolves in the 2nd period, you know, let's go back, let's remember, there were 2 men down for a short period of time in the beginning, then another penalty. So it seems like they spent so much energy killing the penalties that there may have been like a slight letdown. And also, when your rhythm is changed, that has an effect as well. It's a 4-1 game, Chicago leading Kansas City. 1 more period to go. Come back with us. This is Wolves Hockey, live on the U. Highlights are next.
Hey, something new has them lining up at Checkers. The Checkers Cheddar Cheeseburger, starring a 1/4 pound of pure beef, featuring cheddar cheese, grilled onions, mayo, more cheddar cheese, plus our sourdough bun. You might call that a supporting role. All this is just $1.49, but you better hurry, it won't be held over. Checkers' new Cheddar Cheeseburger, now only $1.49. Another classic from Checkers.
.89% of top athletes polled prefer more carbos. With 33% more carbos than Gatorade, it's Powerade.
This week, stock up on USDA grade beef. Hearty blade cut chuck roast, just $1.69 per pound. Lean and tender boneless top sirloin, just $2.49 per pound. And everybody's favorite, mouth-watering rump roast, $3.59 per pound. With savings like this, there's never been a better time to go to a Wolves game. These guys are animals.
It's opening week Saturday, October 7th and Wednesday, October 11th. Good seats are still available.
Welcome back, everyone, to Chicago Wolves hockey. It's highlight time, and it was a good start for Kansas City, trailing 3-0. They scored in the 2nd.
Well, it's a bit of a broken play. The Wolves have an opportunity to maybe get the puck out of their zone, and it comes back out to the point. Chris Tansel's going to keep it in, and he's just going to shoot the puck towards the net, and it actually bounces off the foot of Kevin McDonald in front of Ray LeBlanc, and gets in by him. It's his first goal of the season on the power play, assisted from Claudio Screamin at 7:23. Then the Wolves, with a great effort right here by Al Secord. He pokes the loose puck, and he hits Daryl LaFrance in full stride. And the rookie from Oshawa, Ontario, comes out and makes the great move on the backhand for his first professional goal. There it is, Daryl LaFrance, his first goal from Al Secord at 15:22 to give Chicago their 3-goal lead at 4-1.
He scored despite that hook from Osachi. Our computer discount warehouse stats look like this. There are your shot totals, so Chicago is still out shooting them. The power play not as effective, but I think the reason, Bobby, their 4 shots on goal had to be all the penalty killing that they had to do.
Yeah, certainly the power play for Kansas City had the thing, but I think the biggest stat we can look at right here is the face-offs, 34-21 in favor of Kansas City. And they got a number of opportunities off face-offs with shots on goal in the Wolves zone because the Wolves were losing the face-offs. So that might come into factor this period, because if you can control and win face-offs, you're going to control the puck and control the play that much more.
That's a pretty lopsided edge as far as face-offs go. Wednesday, October 11th, the Wolves take on the Atlanta Knights at 7:30 at the Rosemont Horizon. The first 10,000 fans will receive Powerade magnetic schedules to come out to the Horizon on October the 11th and pick up a Powerade magnetic schedule. 4-1 if you're just joining us here. Wolves fans have to be happy. They'll be howling tonight if the Wolves can keep up this effort here. Good crowd in attendance tonight. Part of the crowd, I'm sure, came in groups, and there's no better way to enjoy Wolves games than with your friends, family, and coworkers. So if you have a group of 15 or more, you're eligible for discounts of up to $3 per ticket. Dial up 1-800-THE-WOLVES and get all the information. This is the Wolves home opener tonight. Nice to see this crowd on hand. We're televised here on our new home, Channel 26, WCIU, the U. Start of a new deal there.
It's important that, you know, Chicago comes out and they play a great, entertaining game and win their opening game, because all it's going to do is create more interest, draw in some more fans, because people are watching on television tonight. It's a fabulous game so far. Lots of excitement, a few goals, a couple of scraps. Can't ask for much more.
As I say, it's free TV, and it's something that Chicago hockey fans haven't seen, and they're going to get used to it now, because pretty much every Saturday night we'll be here. And also we'll have Wolves TV hosted by Wayne Mesmer 1/2 hour prior to the Wolves face-off. And there's that Wolves locker room coming out. I hear howling, but it's coming from the stands here. Gene Ubriaco coming out. One more period to go. A 4-1 game. And for the Chicago Wolves, they want to make sure Kansas City does not get momentum. One key word here is focus.
Yeah, absolutely, JP. And it used to be a saying throughout my career that when I was with teams where we'd be down by 3 goals, and everybody used to say 3-goal lead, worst lead in hockey. So I'm sure that was used here tonight in between periods. But Chicago, I think they're going to be focused here. They know what's at stake. This is a big, huge win for them on opening night at home. And I think that they're going to come out here and have a strong third period. I said before, too, that they have to play well defensively, not take chances, and they'll have good opportunities.
This Chicago Wolves telecast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of the Chicago Wolves and the IHL. No unauthorized use is permitted. 20 more minutes. Steve Malte, can he get the hat trick?
It'd be great to see him get it. You know, he started off slow the first game, but I'll tell you, 4 goals in the last 2 games. He's right back on pace to where he was last season.
4-1, Chicago leading. And we thank Gene Ubriaco for his cooperation in terms of being mic'd in between that, or during that second period. It's tough to do. It can be a distraction, but I think he knows what it can do for hockey coverage, and he has agreed to do it. I don't know many coaches that would do it once, let alone for the whole season. So we thank Gene for that. This period, it's you and me, Slugger.
Well, it's very true with Gene. I know myself that if I'm a coach, I wouldn't be able to do that, because the profanity that would be coming out of my mouth behind the bench. In the heat of the battle, it's something that would be very tough to do. And you got to take your hat off to Gene to be able to control himself.
I had this image of you, and I just didn't see profanity in it. I'm sorry. Third period's underway. Blades need a goal fairly early in this one, you would think, to come back, but they're certainly capable. This is a good hockey team, and on paper should be challenging for the division lead. And I think the Wolves can do that as well.
Absolutely.
Along the boards, puck dumped in around to the near side. Rivers back in neutral ice. Sean Rivers, backhand flip wide of Larry Dick, who has had a good game tonight. Yes, he's given up 4 goals, but he's made some dandy saves to keep his team alive.
He's played very well.
LeBlanc, on the other hand, has been really flawless. The 1 goal went in off the skate accidentally of Kevin McDonald. Wolves bring it out. Davidson over the center ice line, brings it across the line, has Secord to the left, leads it for Secord. It was just off the mark. Now it was picked up by 2 Blades players. Along the boards, they battle for it. Kansas City and the Wolves meet again next Saturday. That'll be our next televised game from Kemper Arena. Greg Smith coming back for Chicago, scored shorthanded last night. A big presence on defense for the Wolves. Brown with a flip pass. Malte's pass tipped in front. Wiseman was looking for the goal. In neutral ice.
Got to get back. They got caught 3-on-2.
Now it's a 4-on-3 as others join. Trebayan, nice shift behind the net. Looks to center it out. Got some help from Migorov, but it's taken away by Chicago. Lead pass. Oh, they were looking to spring Rob Brown. Good idea. It'll lead to an icing, but it was a good idea on the pass initially by Reardon. One of the things that's new this year on Wolves hockey is our new video board. We know what the fans think, but what do the players think? We checked it out with Rob Brown.
Well, it's good and bad when you score a goal. It's great looking up there and watching yourself score, but when all of a sudden you're on the ice for a goal against and everyone in the whole stadium gets, so hey, that looks like it was Brown's fault. Hey, let's kill him. But no, it's great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun for the fans. It's going to bring a little more entertainment to the game, and I know the players love having a replay right there so you can see what you did right or what you did wrong.
Rob Brown talking about that video board. It's an image on 4 different sides so everyone gets to see it. Replays of the goals and the game while it's going on. It's a big help, I'm sure, to a lot of people here. Up ice off that touch pass. It's coming back.
Yeah, that video screen is most of the arenas that you see being built. Every rink that's being built now has one, and there's a few rinks like this one now that has one. It is a great opportunity for the fans because during the course of a game, you might be talking with somebody about a play that happened just now, and you might miss something very important, and you'll get a replay of it, which makes for added entertainment for your dollar.
I went to a game the other night. A fight broke out on the ice, of course. Everyone jumped up, couldn't see, looked up at the video board, and there it was. Up the right side, Shalhoun gave it up to Emmons. Shalhoun has been really taken out of this game, and he's had 2 straight 2-goal performances. We've got a penalty, says Dean Warren. He's going to hook somewhere. Greg Smith is giving it the who me look. And if you can read body language and lips, I would say it's on number 3.
Well, it's another
it's on
Pellerin, but same call, the restraint foul. And it's very tough because for years and years, you've been taught as a player, as a forward, when you're back checking, clamp onto a guy. That way you know you've got your man when you're taking back to your own zone. You've got your man tied up. You know you've got your player. Well, you can't do that anymore, and it's hard for the players to go from doing one thing for so long to not being able to do it anymore at all. And it's going to take a bit of an adjustment period.
Puck played around now by the Kansas City Blades. Batters was at the point. A weak shot on goal, and LeBlanc stops that. Batters and Dick are your point men for Kansas City. Greg Smith out there defending, along with Gosselin. Here's a big shot, went wide of the net. Loose puck along the near boards. Dug out by McLean. Behind the cage it goes. Shalhoun looking to center it out. Breslin and Berglund out there. Oh, nice effort by Breslin. The pass comes through anyway for Shalhoun. That's blocked. Casey gets it back. Batter's pass. Now across the way to Paul Dick. Dick backpedaling. Center point. 1:11 left in the power play. Blades come out of the corner with it. Broken up and blasted down ice. Good clear by Tim Breslin.
Very good job by the Wolves penalty killers, keeping the puck to the outside, not letting Kansas City break a seam. They're trying to go for the pretty little goal right here where they should be getting some shots on net and crashing the net. So good, take your hat off to the penalty killers of the Wolves, doing a great job of containing the Blades.
44 seconds up to the power play. Nielsen feeds to the left point. Contain was there, back for Nielsen. Batters holding it. He's got Scremin now at the right point. Blades have changed up some players out there. Batters remains, and that time he couldn't get it with that long reach. Malte out to kill it with Wiseman up top. Rivers is back with Kevin McDonald. All four of these players were shining stars last year in the Wolves' first season. Oh, McDonald with a hard check. Scremin gives it up. Right out in front, and LeBlanc was able to steer it wide. Rivers is there. Along the boards. Out at the right point. Nielsen. Stick handling. McDonald may have gotten away with something in front. Body still piling up in front. Pellerin's out. The penalty's over. Wolves penalty killers have got the job done again.
Great effort on their behalf. They only gave up one shot in that whole power play. They kept Kansas City on the outside, playing the perimeter the whole time.
Jack Duffy on now for Chicago. Giving it up to Al Secord. 294 career NHL goals, many of them in a Blackhawk uniform. Off a deflection into the neutral zone. Flip pass by Rob Brown. Rob Brown looking for Davidson. Oh, another giveaway. Davidson scores off the giveaway. Twice tonight he's capitalized.
Well, that was just a beautiful, beautiful pass by Feischweiler. And I'll tell you, Lee Davidson had to check over his shoulder again to see who was giving him the puck. And just a terrible giveaway in his own zone. Beautiful drop pass right there for Lee Davidson. And he'll get the unassisted marker over the glove of Larry Dick. And you can't blame the goaltender in this play from the other angle. A perfect, perfect pass. And I think what happened is Feischweiler sees Al Secord coming, and it was just like he panicked and just dropped the puck off.
Lee Davidson's third goal of the year, third in 2 nights. You know, if this was game one, he probably would have either had that puck go off his stick the way game one went, or he would have shot it high. But now they're attacking with confidence. You can see it. He walked in, he didn't look for anybody. He just snapped it past Larry Dick.
Well, when you get the opportunity, he's got the hot hand last night with 4 points. And I'll tell you, he's carried it right through tonight. He's got some confidence going. In this game is 75, 85% confidence, and the rest of it's ability. And when you've got confidence going, you're laughing.
Like that, as LeBlanc stopped Jeff McLean. Wolves now with a 5-1 lead. Wolves had that strong first period and a bit of a slump in the second period. I don't want to say slump, really. That may be too strong a word, but they were penalty killing for a good part of the start of that period and didn't seem to get their legs, but I think more power went to Kansas City for the way they played that second period. But the Wolves have come back, getting won by LaFrance about 5 minutes before the end of the period. And then Davidson here. Puck is flipped in deep. Chicago changing up. Shalhoub left it off for Gary Emmons. Emmons leads it into the corner. McLean tries to center. He's back for his second stint with Kansas City after a year with Kalamazoo, now known as the Michigan K-Wings. Here's Wiseman over the line. Malte hits for the net. Rob Brown fires or misfires. That's not the way he wanted to take that shot, and it's cleared out. BMW line out there again. They've been a major factor in this game, this 5-1 lead for Chicago. Neutral ice, Nielsen. Oh, nice tuck-in pass. Dean Ewan, poke checked away by Reardon. That's a big play for the rookie. Players battling in the corner. Dug out, not out of the zone. Blades will keep it in, and then it comes out. Breakaway. Wiseman with Brown trailing. Wiseman, fire, save, rebound. Malte couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Great effort, though. Here's Kansas City. A lot of open ice now because they're trying their best to come back and chop away at the lead. And there's open ice the other end. And you may see more of that if Casey opens it up. Offside call. We'll go to a break as Secord gets ready to throw. Here comes Ewan. And McDonald takes him on. Kevin McDonald came right in.
Well, Dean Ewan went for a beeline to go after Secord, and McDonald saw what was happening, and he jumped right in there. And he wants round 2 with Ewan himself.
They're going at it. McDonald in his second scrap with Ewan. What do we call this, the rematch or
round 2? Kevin McDonald's tied up right now. Todd Ewan's a big, strong kid. McDonald's trying to get his arm loose, but he just can't. Ewan's keeping his head down so that he can't get it up to see what he's doing.
Mack just came in with one left. There's a few from Ewan, but neither player is landing anything punishing, at least not yet, but look out. Here's where it's dangerous. The linesmen better make sure that they've each got a player, because that's when you see somebody get hit like that. McDonald just landed 2.
Well, I tell you, that happened to me a number of times throughout my career. You get in altercations, and the linesmen, I mean, they've got a tough job to get in there and try and separate a couple of guys. And I got nailed a couple of times where both the refs are grabbing onto both my arms, and I get popped one. So
we'll sort it out when we come back. Kansas City and Chicago. The Wolves lead 5-1. This is Wolves hockey live on the U. Come back with us.
Quick, what do Leave It to Beaver, Gilligan's Island, Hogan's Heroes, and The Odd Couple have in common?
Tigers?
No.
An oil well?
Milk, eggs, and cases of beer.
Nope.
I don't know.
Give up?
Yeah.
They're on every weeknight beginning at 8.
Incredible.
Leave It to Beaver, Gilligan's Island, Hogan's Heroes, and The Odd Couple. Every weeknight at 8 on Channel 26, The U.
The love, the laughter, the dreams, the tears. The MGM movie. Make the magic last forever. Take one home today. Own them on video now.
5-1, Chicago leading Kansas City. We saw Kevin McDonald escorted out, but before he left, look what he does.
On the penalty kill right here, he's going to line up Fredrik Nielsen, and boom, he lowers the boom on him big time right there with a big hard check. We got a breakaway by Brian Wiseman coming down the other way. He's going to try and go 5-hole right here on Larry Dick, but he closes the door and makes the big save. And then it goes right back the other way, and I think it's Nielsen again, gives the puck up to Ewan, and Reardon with the big sliding dive, and he pokes the puck off of Ewan's stick. So we got 3 great plays right there, all in one.
Part of a nice crowd on hand tonight watching the Wolves in their home opener. Brian Wiseman looking on as we remind you that you can order Wolves merchandise. First, get the catalog, see what they've got, check it out, then write that address on your screen or call 1-800-THE-WOLVES. Great merchandise last year. We're told that they have even newer and better things this year. Fans, if you had a chance to see tonight's first edition of our weekly half-hour show, Wolves TV, you know that we're looking for young correspondents to join our Wolves Kids Corps. So if you think you could do it, if you're up to it and you're between the ages of 9 and 12, send us a VHS tape of yourself as a Wolves reporter. Send it to the address on your screen. And don't forget, Wolves TV is shown each Saturday night, hosted by Wayne Mesmer on WCIU Channel 26, The U. There's the Wolves bench talking things over. We believe that Kevin McDonald tossed for being the 3rd man in. But then let's see what else happens, because Secord's in the box, Ewan's in the box. Secord got a 2-minute penalty. That's a nice sign. Wolves coming into your home. If you want to get on camera, here's a lesson for you. Bring a sign. Have it have something to do with the television station, whoever's televising it. And I can't guarantee it, but I'll say you're 99% sure of getting on.
I would definitely say that
99%.
99% you'd be pretty true to your words.
Part of the Wolves den looking on. Chicago crowds are great. Not only do they come out and support the team, whatever it is. I mean, they support 2 baseball teams, football, a couple of hockey teams, but they're so loud. And I think when Rob Brown said he wanted to come back to Chicago, that's got to be part of it, the atmosphere. Wherever you're playing a sporting event or whatever the event in Chicago, there's nothing like Chicago fans.
The fans of Chicago are so boisterous, and it's just beautiful as an athlete to be able to experience what it's like to be down on the ice when those fans are cheering for you. It's just an incredible experience, and I was very fortunate to be able to play in front of the Chicago fans for 4 years as my home rink, and had a great time doing it, and they certainly showed their appreciation towards me in my efforts.
They're giving the penalties now. The only thing I see posted is Secourt's 2 minutes, but you know Ewan had to get 5, McDonald had to get 5, and McDonald also got a 3rd man in, but that's all we see so far.
Well, I think the original penalty was Secourt was going to get one, but I think it was Batters who he was up against, and they were swinging sticks a little bit, and I think it might have been Osage, and but Al, I think maybe when everything started with Ewan jumping in, I think Al tried to start something up.
Later tonight, it's the zaniest, kookiest, nuttiest local horror movie host around. He's the only local horror movie host around, but you won't want to miss tonight's movie anyway. The Creeping Unknown, presented in Sven Surround for your listening enjoyment. It's Sven Gulli later tonight on Channel 26, the U. I'm glad he's after us and we're not following him. Later tonight, The Creeping Unknown, hosted by Sven Gulli. The Creeping Unknown.
Sounds like a great one.
Interesting. 5-1 Chicago. I think The Creeping Unknown could have been our subtitle for last week's game in Detroit. That 6-0 loss, but this is a much better looking Chicago Wolves team. You know, that stuff happens. You don't panic when you lose a game like that. It was a stinko, as they say, but that was one game. I think we're seeing more of the Wolves team the last 2 nights.
Well, the coaching staff and also the management of the hockey team were very disappointed and embarrassed, like they said last week, but they showed faith that they picked the right players to have on this hockey team, and so far they've bounced back tremendously in this weekend, and they're going to be on their way to 4 points and 4 possible points on the weekend.
Barring disaster. 13-10 left. 3rd period, 5-1 lead for Chicago. Kansas City coming up. A lot of firepower on this team. A couple of 6-goal or 6 and 5-goal efforts so far this year in their 2 games. Out at the right point, Scremin plays it across to Batters. They're announcing the Secourt penalty as a slash, and then you know the rest. With the fightings on Ewan and McDonald and Kevin Mack, 3rd man in, so he's picking up those penalty minutes. Back in over the line, big shot, save, rebound. No chance there for Ferschweiler. Out of the left point, shot taken, tip. Oh, it just got by wide of LeBlanc. Bodies in front. That was Smith in front with Ferschweiler, and the puck is cleared down ice. 1:01 left on the penalty on Secourt. Kansas City on the power play. 12:17 to go in the game. 5-1. Wolves lead it. Malte has 2. Goslin 1. Davidson 1. And LaFrance, his first pro goal on a beautiful breakaway. Blades moving it straight up. Scremin. Around the boards. LeBlanc watching as it goes wide to the far side. Emmons keeps it in. Emmons is a solid player in the IHL. Gives him leadership and a good playmaker. Shalhoub can't get through. Clear it out. Kansas City affiliated with the San Jose Sharks, one of only 7 teams. There are now 12 independent teams in the IHL. Back the other way. And the referee's got the arm up again. Got an interference penalty, but this time it's going on Jan Shalhoub.
Well, Shalhoub gets his name on the scorer card here tonight. Certainly haven't seen much of him after him having 4 goals in his first 2 hockey games. He's been almost invisible out there tonight.
Face-off coming up. Lee Davidson, another strong performance for Lee. Coming off a career year last year, he has upped his number of goals each of the last 3 years.
He's really turned into the complete hockey player, and it's great to see a guy progress from a stage where he comes into the league as just a defensive center. Then the next year he gets a little more added responsibility, and every year he's taken that next step further, and if he continues on that same pattern, he's going to have one terrific season this year for Chicago.
Remember, last year's career year was achieved despite changing wingers all year and the defensive responsibilities. Puck is dumped into the zone the other way. 1:45 on Shalhoub's penalty. Power play is on for Chicago. Behind the net. We're trying to center it out. Davidson with it. Duffy's at the right point. Rivers at the left point. LaFrance is getting some ice time here in front. LaFrance scores! He's got two.
I don't know if LaFrance got that or if it hit the defenseman in front of the net. He had his back to us, so we don't know. We saw his stick move, but I don't know if the puck came right through. From another angle, you're going to see the puck. It's going to go down from Davidson to Seacourt, and he's going to fire it across to LaFrance. And right there, he's a happy young man again right there. The great pass right here. No, he doesn't touch it. Dick puts it in his own net with his stick. Larry Dick tries to block the pass. He turns his stick out towards his defender, and actually it hits the defenseman's skate and goes in past the goaltender. Tough goal, but LaFrance was actually there. If the puck comes across, I believe he may have had a chance to score it anyway. So the Seacourt's going to be credited with that goal.
I think they're going to have to change that. 6-1, Chicago. It is a power play goal at 8:58. Puck dumped back the other way. Icing is the indication. The touch is made by Oduya, and that stops play. Face-off down the other end. It's a 6-1 lead for the Chicago Wolves. This is Chicago Wolves hockey live on the U.
We could just do this to air pollution. In a way we can. If homes and industries, power plants and vehicles would just switch to natural gas. Clean, economical, natural gas. Think what we'll save.
Sally, I finally went cellular. Took an incredible deal from Cellular One. I got an Ericsson Digital Portable with caller ID, Mom. And 60 minutes of monthly airtime, Nancy. All for just $29.95 a month, Patty. Plus, Tom, 6 months of weekend airtime free.
The Ericsson Portable, caller ID, 60 minutes a month, all for just $29.95 a month. Plus, weekends free. It's the deal worth telling to everyone.
Now, Dad, is that a great deal?
Sure is. It's fabulous.
Bob McGill, you should be an official scorer. You got the right call on the goal. It was Al Seacourt's first.
Well, Al gets the puck, and he tries to throw the puck across for Darryl LaFrance alone in front of the net behind the defenseman Paul Dick, but it hits his skate and reflects in past Larry Dick, so you could get a little pun in there, but I don't think I'm going to touch that.
No, Trebayev scores over LeBlanc. Trebayev scores the goal. I was about to say before that, it just goes to prove that point. You know, if you put that puck on net, good things can happen. Trebayev gets the goal at 6-2. Time of the goal, 9:17.
Right off the face-off again, a little miscue by Kenny Hammond, and the puck gets just laying there, and he just picks it up with two players in front of LeBlanc. And he makes a great shot right there. He put it right in the top shelf where they keep the peanut butter, and he made no mistake right there. Big goal for him, but too little, too late.
I don't think Ray saw that. Two defensemen were together down the middle, and it's a great shot anyway. Here's Wiseman back. Big shot, partially blocked behind the net. Malte looking to center it out. It's a 6-2 game right now for the Wolves with 10:28 to go. In front of a nice home opening crowd. Wiseman giving it up to Smith. Brown over the line. Wiseman holding. Smith band on it. Malte gets it with a flip. Rob Brown holding it. Brown to the point. Poke checked away from Smith. This could be a break. Coming around him. Tansel. Oh, what a poke check from Smith. And LeBlanc's got it covered up. That's good defense and no penalty.
Well, I tell you right there, they gamble at the far blue line when they don't have to, but they get away with it because a great second effort by Greg Smith. He comes back and makes the big dive, and there's that 6'5" body with the long reach and the long stick, and he pokes it away from Chris Hansel. Great second effort right there. He gets caught going the other way, but he makes a great recovery, Greg Smith does, and he makes the big dive, and he knocks it off Tansel's stick, and he slides into LeBlanc, and they cover it up out of danger.
Got to stop Tansel. He's a great goal scorer. Had 41 in just 60 games 2 years ago. Part of a nice opening night crowd, 11,007, 34 just announced. Interception. Here's a shot blocked off contained. And the Wolves don't want to give up another one real quick here. That would make it 6-3 with 9+ minutes to go. Here's Secord. Took a high hit, then gave one back, then took a stick from Osachi. Back the other way. Neutral ice. Rivers to Duffy. Jack Duffy with a flip in, and that's whistled down. Play will stop as Secord behind the net. Looked like he was going to go. Drew Lasco and the Chicago Wolves have teamed up this season to bring you savings. Stop by your participating Drew Lasco stores to find out more information on how you can receive a family pack of tickets at half price. You can also register to win a trip to the 1996 All-Star Game in Houston, Texas. 6'2" here, Big Al Secord. People are very surprised when they hear he's a commercial pilot.
Well, he's a very hard-working guy in everything that he does, and he takes great pride in it. He wanted to be a pilot for a number of years, and he went out and did it, and he works in the summertime flying, and you know, he's got a great career ahead of him when he's done playing hockey.
Puck behind the net. Kansas City trying to work it out. 9:14 to go in the game. Chicago leading at 6-2. It's a strong opening night performance for the Wolves. Off the heels of last night's 7-2 game, a 5-goal unanswered third period. Intercepted by Lee Davidson. Davidson will just flip it in. Wolves going without Kevin McDonald here in this third period after he was ejected for being the third man in an altercation. So it's the second night in a row that the Wolves have lost someone.
Well, it's not a good thing either. That's his second game misconduct in 2 games, and one more and he gets a game suspension.
Shalhoub tied up by Greg Smith, and the puck clears the zone. Smith is going to get a lot of ice time for Gene Ubriaco on defense in a lot of situations. More than he's had in a long time. Offside pass that came from 2 lines, says the linesman. Still a big lead for Chicago at 6-2. This is Wolves hockey live on the U.
The extraordinary is a haunted house, a UFO, and a ghost. But you better have pictures. Join me and experience the extraordinary events that happen to everyday people. Real people, real happenings in this world. I'm Corbin Burnson. See you in the future on The Extraordinary.
Tonight at 10:30 on Channel 26, The U.
Nostalgia's a funny thing. At some point you realize the people you're looking back at are looking at you. Their eyes were on the future. And that kind of forward thinking has had its rewards for your local Chevy dealer since 1916. Today, Chevy's the #1 seller of cars and trucks in the Chicago area. That's a real testament to everyone who's ever worked in a Chevy dealership, and to the fact that while looking back is always nice, looking ahead is what got us here.
They're playing, they've got the beat, they certainly do, and the Wolves are about 8:30 away from beating Kansas City. We've got some good seats available for these games coming up with Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Milwaukee. Call Ticketmaster or stop by your Horizon box office. Here's Brian Pellerin back on live action behind the net. The 6-2 game. The Wolves are on top in front of over 11,000. That's about what they averaged a year ago. Over 11. Breslin along the boards. Berglund centering it. Pellerin was ready to pull the trigger. Back to LeBlanc at his own end. Ray LeBlanc sticks it off the far boards. Greg Smith is there. Over the center ice line, intended for Berglund. Loose puck, McLean. Nice idea. There's Evans breaking in. Evans the backhander. LeBlanc with a big stop. Evans did everything right. LeBlanc just beat him. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, and we've got a charge.
right there. Ray LeBlanc with a super save right there. He stays with Emmons all the way, and Emmons is the kind of guy that's not going to miss one of these very often. Miscue in the neutral zone, they cough up the puck, and here comes Emmons. He's not going to miss one very often, but I'll tell you, Ray LeBlanc is so sharp tonight. He stays with him all the way, comes across with him, and he just makes a fabulous save and slams the door shut as he tries to go 5-hole on the little deke, but Ray LeBlanc stands his ground.
4-goal lead, but he played that like the score was tied.
Well, Ray LeBlanc's such a competitor. He doesn't like, he doesn't want to give up a goal right now, and you know, in front of him, as the goaltender, I think right here, they've got almost 8 minutes left in the hockey game. They got the game sewed up. Here's where you got to pay attention to detail. Play great defense. Don't allow anything more against. Take pride in it. That's what's going to win you hockey games when they get tighter during the year. You learn how to play good defense.
Puck flipped to the near circle. Igorov plays it out of the point. That penalty was on Pellerin for charging. So it's a power play for Kansas City. Wiseman, and we've got another one coming up. Jack Duffy is down. So is Chris Tansel. And the Wolves are going to be in a two-man hole.
Well, Jack Duffy right there. No sense really in that situation to have to hold the player up after the puck goes around the boards. See, Jack Duffy right here is going to get the hook on Tansel, and he just pulls him down when the puck's already by the player. No, not necessary in that situation right there, but again, it's one of those things you're used to doing that, especially when you're short-handed. Generally, you don't get another penalty called against you, but the referees are told to clamp down and make these calls on the obstruction. So here they are digging themselves another hole. They're down by 2 men for 1 minute and 38 seconds. They don't want to give up anything against. Ray LeBlanc's played super for them here. They want to try and keep Kansas City off the scoreboard the rest of the way.
You want to win this 6-2, not 6-4. Far side, Blades with 2 extra players out there. In front, backhander went wide. Rivers and Smith are out there along with Berglund. Berglund always plays in these situations 2 men down as the lone forward, at least at the start. Flip to the left side circle. Blades with it, deep slot. No shot, able to be taken by Ken Hammond. He was in very deep. Igorov holding, fakes the big slapper, gives it up on the left side at the circle. Chermayev off the right skate of Ray LeBlanc. Tansel out of the left point. Faking to Hammond. Shot wide of LeBlanc. Tried to cover, then lost it. And then got it back, and that's again what you want to do. Get the whistles. If Gene Ubriaco wants to make a change, you can do it without panic, and you give everybody a chance to rest. Even if you don't change the line, you can suck it up and catch your own breath.
Well, it's very tough in that situation to get the puck, control of it, and get it down the ice. You see the loose puck is bouncing all over the place, but the Wolves do a great job because they keep Kansas City on the outside perimeter. They're not getting that short little pass and getting a shot from 3 feet away from Ray LeBlanc. Everything's coming from 25 to 35 feet out, and he gets a chance to see that. They haven't got anybody stationed in front of them, so they're just doing a great job here killing penalties this evening.
People enjoying themselves at tonight's Wolves game. You gotta love it if you're a Wolves fan. A 6-2 game, and they played very well tonight. 6:38 to go in the game. Great atmosphere. In front of 11,734. A 2-man power play, and the shot wide of LeBlanc. He reached out. I'm not sure if he got a piece or not. Jeff McLean, now it's played out of the point, center point. Scremin, big slapper, sticked away LeBlanc. Emmons will get it on the far side. Davidson out there. He replaced Berglund. Now it's played across. Shot stopped by LeBlanc. I thought I heard pipe. Another big shot wide of LeBlanc. That was Emmons. Holding it at the point. Massachi gives it up. Side of the net, McLean in front. I thought off a Wolves player, Goslin in front. And if that's true, that's 2 of the 3 goals have gone off Wolves defensemen.
Well, that certainly did right there, JP. McLean was looking for, I think it was Emmons on the back doorstep, and he tries to fire the pass through, and what happens is it's going to go right off Steve Goslin's left foot and by Ray LeBlanc. Right there, you see it hit his left skate, and it goes between the legs of Ray LeBlanc. Tough play, but 5-on-3, they're down. See, he's going for the pass across, and there's Emmons on the back doorstep, waiting to slam it home, but he didn't have to do it. Just on the, exactly like the previous goal that the Wolves just scored.
McLean gets his first. Celebrated a birthday last night, so belated birthday as he gets that goal. 25 seconds left on the penalty to Jack Duffy. I believe they just got that last goal just as the penalty had just about expired. Just with a second or so to go, a split second. Back in the right circle. Scrumming in deep. Saved by LeBlanc, and he's got it underneath him. With 5:33 left, it's a 6-3 game, and the Razors got it.
Well, the Wolves want to tighten up here because they don't want to have to make a game of it. There's still 5.5 minutes to go here. If they give up another goal right there, it's a 2-goal game, and it really puts the pressure on the Wolves to have to come back and mount something. Now here again, Screamin comes in. You're giving him too much room, showing too much respect. He just picks up a loose puck. Everybody's sweeping at the puck as he comes down, and he tries to just lay it on the ice slowly underneath Ray LeBlanc, but he gets a piece of it and covers it up.
6-3, Chicago leading. That's Ray LeBlanc's view. Through that very nice looking goaltender's mask. Goaltender's masks have come a long way over the years. I'm sure you've seen some beauties.
It's incredible the difference that masks have in the last 5 or 6 years. The goaltenders, A, they have less weight because they're generally very light. B, they're much more protective, where if you have the helmet mask on, like for instance that Larry Dick wears, if he gets a shot in the head, 9 times out of 10 he gets cut because of the pressure that happens. But with these new masks, the pressure is forced all the way around your face and it absorbs it better so you don't get cut. The goaltenders are much more protected.
And they're not cheap, those helmets. Back the other way, the lead pass, and LeBlanc's going to cover it up wisely. He'll force a face-off coming up. 5:10 remaining in this game. 6-3 Chicago. This is Wolves Hockey live on the U.
Work it, work it. Hi, this is Wayne Messmer telling you about a free T-shirt offer fashioned just for Wolves fans. It's your gift for opening a Chicago Wolves free checking account at First Federal Bank. This sporty free checking account has no minimum balance, no service charge, plus 200 free Chicago Wolves checks and matching checkbook cover. To get your paws on this value, visit the Arlington Heights, Des Plaines, and Schaumburg locations. First Federal's free Wolves checking and T-shirt. Now there's something to howl about.
Savage.
Person needs to send resume to New York. Wants to make a big impression. Goes to post office. Finds out priority mail is a smart solution. Resume gets noticed. Person gets job. Now if he can only get a cab. Team needs new jerseys. Person has to deliver them overnight. Goes to post office. Finds express mail is a smart solution. Guarantees delivery. Jerseys arrive on time. Person avoids getting sacked.
Yeah!
I like that autograph hounds. You want to meet Rob Brown and Wendell Young, get an autograph, stop by tomorrow from 2 to 4 at the Mount Prospect Sport Mark. The Wolves hope to see you there. Two-line pass. Will come back the other way.
Well, Brian Wiseman's arguing with the linesman right there, and he's got just cause because they're calling it for a two-line offside pass. But as the pass came from Malte, Wiseman just touched it ever so lightly to negate the two-line pass as Brown was streaking down the right side. But they still call it because the linesman didn't see it that way. But from up here, you can see that Wiseman did touch the puck.
Led the eye with 55 assists last year. You've got the two best rookies in the eye going at it tonight, Wiseman and Shalhoub. Great years they had. Wiseman got off to a slow start. Shalhoub got off to a fine start because he was at the All-Star game. But Wiseman started slow, came on like gangbusters. This will be an icing as it's touched by Paul Dick. So the next faceoff comes back the other way. Under 5 minutes to play in this game. 4:52, Jim Wiley, the very respected coach of the Kansas City Blades. 5th year with the organization. Gene Ubriaco in his 2nd year with the Wolves. He's coached at all levels and in some great cities, Chicago obviously being one of them. But he's been in some pretty warm weather climates as well, down south. Wolves bench looking on. Under 5 minutes, 4:52 to be exact. Steve Malte with 2 goals tonight. Ready for the face-off. Right side of LeBlanc. They're going to do it again with Ron Brown coming in to take.